Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of the Free Bant Express. Today we're going to be talking about Batman, the new game Arkham Knight. We're going to be talking about Gotham. We're going to be talking about Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice, or the Superman Dawn of Justice. And we're going to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy. We're going to talk about Doctor Strange. We're going to talk about Avengers Age of Ultron and everything else in and around and between. I have a guest of mine today, one of my really good old friends. Glad to have him up because he's really good. He knows the same kind of shit with me about this kind of stuff, comic book movies, shows and all that kind of shit, and he knows enough to relay it back and forth. He's been to Comic-Con himself. He mentions meeting James Marsters and Carl Urban, which is fucking cool. I didn't even know that he did that, so that's awesome. Another mate of mine, Nack, the Illusive Nack, he's just there at the beginning just to... because I told him we were going to have a podcast, and he ended up arriving anyway, so it was like, tough shit, we're having the podcast, so he stayed for a bit, and then he bailed off. So this is just a quick little intro to say what you're in for today. Please like, subscribe, for the love of God, please download it, tell your friends, and use the power of your voice to help grow the Free Bant Express. And hopefully some people may listen to it and get a little bit of happiness. Just a little sliver of joy in their otherwise more than likely very grey lame day. Anyway, that's enough for me, and enjoy the show. Take it easy. Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Free Bant Express. This episode we're going to be talking about comics, movies, and general cool shit about TV and stuff like that. I have my friend Gill.
Who are you?
Stuart Gill. He is a fan of pretty much the same kind of shit that I am, and he can actually talk about it as well, and can relay and bounce back shit rather than going, yeah, that's cool, like some other people.
Or just criticise.
Which
is also fun.
That is the voice of Nack, who you will get to know over the years, but he'll pop in every once in a while, and he'll be this
character,
mysterious, elusive person, which he's so happy that he gets to fucking have that name. He's so happy he fits in that. It is that costume like a glove. The mysterious, elusive. But right, so first of all, one thing I want to get done. I know I'm not much into playing games full on, as I know yourself don't have time to play games. But, we try.
Give it my best when I can.
The new Batman game.
Which?
The latest one coming out, the Dark Gotham Knight.
Gotham Knight?
You've seen the trailer for that?
I have fucking seen the trailer and with excitement.
Came all over the screen.
Like an explosion everywhere.
It's ridiculous. Like I always love with games and movies and shit like that when they do the trailers that they have a really cool movie video, and you see him like putting on the new bat suit, and it's all like kind of Iron Man style, clicks into him, and then as the camera's like doing a 360 Matrix style look around Batman, the camera then pulls back. There's not a single change in quality, and then it's third person view. You're playing the game. It's gameplay.
Yeah, it's all gameplay. All the trailer was complete gameplay, and I just have to figure out when I can buy a PS4 so I can get that game.
I know!
That's the only reason I'd buy a PS4, just to get the game.
They're pricey, like. What are they now, like?
$280 or something.
What? Fuck off!
There's a special deal, second-hand one for $280 or something.
Wow, they are dropping fast, man. Fuck.
One of the lads in work was talking about it today, saying that he could get a second-hand one with some...
I have to give that money to Bosco.
With Watch Dogs second-hand for like $280 or something.
Apparently, not the best game, although I haven't played it. But I think a lot of games get tested for being shit.
Pretty epic though, Watch Dogs.
I think Wes is cracked.
It's alright. It's alright. What was supposed to be the big seller was how the online plays. You can be playing your game and you can jump into the online kind of stream of it. And then someone else will be playing the game, but you're all NPCs. Everybody looks like an NPC to somebody else when they're playing the game. And then you can like hack their shit and steal all their money from their account. and then you can bail out. But once you've done that, then they have, if they're level enough, they can have like a patcher on their phone, so they can triangulate who fucking last person who went into their account and where are they. So then they jump into your game and they got to try and find you among the NPCs. And that was really cool. But I don't think it really played that well and as fluidly. That's the problem. There's loads of fucking shit that they have in these games, these online things, drop in, drop out. There's no fluidity to it. And when there's no fluidity, it's a gimmick. It just becomes a gimmick. When it's something that's a game that's supposed to be a constant thing that you play, and it's like a world you live in that lives and breathes, especially now how they're trying to go with games. And when there's no fluidity to little things like that, they become a little gimmick, little thing that's good enough to make people go, ooh, I'll buy that game, someone take my money. But then when the people buy it, they're like,
This was a big blend game.
yeah.
I kind of want my money back and fuck this game.
I'm glad I didn't fucking buy it.
And gone are the days of Extravision where you could rent fucking games and try before you buy. That's what I always used to do. I always would rent a game I really wanted, give it a lash. If it was any good, I'd buy it.
They used to do that with
Now
the...
you gotta change a few files and get it for free.
No, Nack, we don't get things for free. That's illegal.
Right. Free Bant Express.
Free as in the freedom of Bant.
Freedom of Bant Knacks.
And the free funny,
Right
we
to-
put out free
yeah.
funny and free education. It's not really education, it's just
No.
random bollocks.
But-
But hopefully through the random bollocks you can like sift through, like you're looking for gold dust, like the people you love, Gold Rush, but you think is real, but it's not. Oh my
I
god,
don't
it's so
think it's
set
real.
up.
I don't
Yes,
think
you
it's real.
do.
I
The
enjoy
one
the-
thing I love about the show is like, they know if they don't get this, that's like their money for the year. That's like fucked.
No.
It's like, no, they're not. They're
Gold
paid.
Rush is a very entertaining TV show.
Fucking
I don't know what your
Jesus.
problem is with it, but it is highly entertaining when you have nothing else but crap on TV.
And you fry
How
it for
is
breakfast.
that entertaining?
Because
Look, Doc, we found gold!
they're not all hits.
Hey! They're not all... no.
They're not all hits.
No.
They've got a Jew.
They,
They got their token
whoa,
Jew.
whoa. What's with the slurs?
That's not a slur. They've got their token Jewish guy.
Their token Jewish guy isn't a slur. I'm pretty sure
Instead of the
British
token
Schneebel.
colour guy,
Schneebel.
it's now moved to
Schneebel.
the token white Jewish guy.
Yeah. No, but basically, they extract gold from the ground. It is interesting.
I
They get
prefer
gold.
ice divers, though. Or
Yes,
the one
I
where
do.
You're
Gold
gonna go
divers.
in- No,
Gold
okay,
divers.
I'm
Gold
gonna...
divers.
No, embargo. Embargo on quote-unquote reality pieces of shit
What?
that educate nobody.
it's
They're
okay.
not educational. They're just.
Then why the fuck are they on the Discovery Channel?
The Discovery Channel has not been entertainment or knowledge fact for quite a long time.
For so long. Why did they do
Because they just got lazy and figured, oh, this will make us a lot of money.
Money.
Let's just pawn this off on all the stupid Americans. Sorry, Americans. You're not all stupid.
You're not American and you fucking love it, so you fall into the trap as well.
You've
I love
already...
watching it when I'm bored and I have nothing else to do and I couldn't be arsed watching a proper documentary. I just
Have a
want to
wank!
He's already fucking offended the Jewish listeners in all of America. Good job, bro. Good job. You're
Yes,
doing
well,
anyway.
only Jewish listeners live in America.
I know.
No, I'm saying both.
Lads, would you just get stop out like...
Here.
That's brilliant! I can't have never heard of that before. This has nothing to do with comic book news or comic books or anything of that fantasy thing.
No, we just kind of went off track. And
We
got
totally went
carried
off
away.
track.
Are we in a comic book news section?
Well, no,
Because,
it's like...
I mean, like the machinery they use for getting gold from the bottom of the sea
It's funded
floor
by Lex Luthor. It's Lex Corp.
It is LexCorp. And Superman.
Yeah, but they're
Moving
not
on.
mining for gold. That's the thing. They're mining for kryptonite.
See, on the
Let's
bottom of
move
the-
on and
the bottom
actually
of the sea, they
discuss
pick it off the
comic
floor.
books rather than Nack
Ridiculous.
rambling.
They move a rock and they find like some gold, and I'm like, seriously, just move all the fucking
Nack,
rocks. Like,
quit your day job, move to Alaska and go for it.
Yeah,
God.
do it.
I've thought about it. I also like.
He fucking
I
has.
also like the Yukon. Have you seen that show?
The Yukon.
Yeah, except it's like they started to take on a newbie who obviously just saw it from the TV. It's like this bird from New Zealand. She gets out there, it's like this is like a third world country. You want like they live off the land, like what you expect?
That's it. That's the
that,
show.
That actually is kind of factual because
That's kind-
that's
it's-
showing how people out in the back are. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say,
Yeah,
there's a
good.
show as well. It's made in Alaska or something like that, or
Yeah.
Frontier. Or
The Yukon.
the last frontier.
The
Last Frontier.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
one with
the
the lads
Last
in
Frontier.
Alaska.
Yeah,
And it's
the
literally
group
like
of guys,
it's
so,
fascinating.
yeah, it's like the entire episode season is like we have to get food for the shitter months or we're dead.
Yeah.
Yay!
And someone actually
the shit months hunker down or we're dead.
One
And
of the
this
people in the show actually.
little bit of spring and summer where they're like, oh yeah, look how beautiful nature is, and fucking terrifyingly scary. Let's go back inside.
They had a tragedy in the show. Someone actually passed away.
Oh fuck.
He was driving out to go across a river, and it was just coming into summer, and the ice was melting. Slipped in, drowned.
Fuck.
But I mean, that literally shows you how dangerous it is out there, and they're not. You know,
Joking.
it's not.
No, it's not
they're
a
not
joke.
joking about it. It's not. We're paying them tons of money, and they go sleep in a lovely hotel like Bear Grylls.
No. Poor guy. Man, that guy had no idea that he was going to be marketed in such a fucking blasphemous way.
Now he's loving it. He's so rich.
Well, now he has a new show where he literally takes 2-3 people. What was the one you say? Like,
He's
he
got
takes
more
2
than
people
one.
and just shows them how to survive for a day.
I saw
Something
one
like that.
episode of it. It was like he took 2 fans with them.
Oh,
Like,
cool.
Yeah, one of them had a fear
Yeah.
of water, the other one had a fear of heights, and they fucking...
He was doing
Conquers their
another.
fear, that's right, yeah.
He was doing another
Pretty good.
competition show with loads of people, and they were in various different survival groups, and he was getting them to practice techniques and stuff.
That's cool. I like that. But back to the Batman.
Yes, back to Batman. Which, speaking of, I actually recently decided, may as well give this, as soon as I've played all the Batman games on the Xbox so far, I decided needed to get Arkham Origins just to give it a lash. Just completed last night. I know it's not Mark Hamill doing the Joker, but your man does
He does a good job.
he does a very decent job.
You know who does the voice of Batman? For those of you who don't know, the guy who does the voice for Superboy in Young Justice and Desmond Miles
Yeah.
in Assassin's Creed.
Desert Royals and Superboy from Young Justice is Batman. And
Don't you ever take that away from Kevin Conroy. Don't you ever say he is Batman
he-
until Kevin Conroy is way past
does-
dead
he
and all
does
recordings of Kevin Conroy are gone.
He does his best Batman, but Kevin Conroy will always be the voice of Batman.
Yeah, he'll always be.
But your man does a decent job.
He really does.
Like, considering that Kevin Conroy's legacy is so big,
Yeah, he holds his own.
he
I gotta
holds his
say.
own, and he's not too embarrassed.
But he's not nobody as well. He is a fucking talented voice actor. Like,
Yeah,
he does
well,
a lot
like-
of shit.
Young Justice was fucking epic
I can't believe that. Do you know why they cancelled that show?
because the toy sales weren't good enough.
Teen Titans. They took away the Young Justice, which was a badass fucking show of the lesser talked about DC heroes and like their proteges and shit. It was really good. And
It was really dark as well.
really
it wasn't,
fucking dark.
It was teenage, not really meant for kids.
But it wasn't fucking emo either.
No, it wasn't emo, but it was gritty.
Yeah, and like they did it in true DC thing. Like they'd have what was it, Superman, not Wonder Woman's fucking apprentice kind of thing.
Yeah.
They get the shit kicked out of them, like punching birds in the face, smashing their faces against walls and stuff.
They really get knocked around. Like.
Yeah, man, because like it's okay, they're invulnerable, so we can take her face with a massive robot and just fucking keep smashing it into a wall till she's passed out. There you go, and then the body just goes and falls into the floor. And then, yeah, they stopped that, and they were like, Teen Titans, go!
Yeah,
And
they
it's like,
redid Teen Titans, which I wasn't a fan of anyway, and then they made it even more childish and cartoony.
It's really shitter than the original series of Teen Titans, which is bad. But yeah, Teen Titans just...
The good thing they did do with Young
Like, some of the...
Justice-
Okay, the thing, this is what pissed me off about Teen Titans, right? Some of the people there are kids, right? So, young Robin, right? How the fuck, all of a sudden, is Cyborg 12?
Because it doesn't follow any continuity, they can literally do whatever the hell they want.
It's aborted.
They- yeah.
It's an abortion.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Thankfully, we still have also Origins, right? The story was good, wasn't it?
It was.
That's because I found out that even though Rocksteady didn't do Origins, all the writing and stuff is I don't know what level it is, whether he gets Final Cut or whether he's like always involved in the writing, but the final, like, Jeff Loeb basically oversees the story structure and story arc. And Jeff Loeb is a god from the DC universe. And he knows about fucking writing DC, so that's why the stuff is always good. One of the things that pissed me off about that Batman, the Origins one, was they literally just scaled, they got the Batman model character, the character for the game, in the game engine, and they just scaled him down.
All of it.
So it's like, oh yeah, the planet's bigger, or the world's bigger. It's not bigger, you just scale the character down. But from all the other the other Batman, the Arkham games, there was you always look at the Wayne Tower. Sorry, Gil, what's that?
Yeah, what is that?
It's a
It's huge.
portable battery charger.
Oh, portable battery charger. I thought it was like a pacemaker or something like
No.
that.
I thought it was a
portable.
Walkman. Look at it.
Big ass battery charger
Holy shit.
for playing the game. I was talking to you about Ingress.
Alright.
because it kills your battery. So this, you fully charge it and you can get multiple days out of it.
Wow. That's fucking cool. How much was that?
35,
That is not bad.
including postage off Amazon. They were doing it on sale.
Oh, safe.
I gotta go.
You gotta go.
Yep. Take the throne.
Knack is departing.
Departing. Okay.
But it's
some food and shit. Okay.
Godspeed,
see you,
brother.
Good to see you.
Godspeed, brother. Wait. See you later.
Take it easy.
Moving in here.
Yeah, so from the Arkham Asylum, you didn't really see Wayne Tower, but City and Origins, you see Wayne Tower. You never get to go to Wayne Tower. You see it in the distance, and you see all the rest of Gotham, and you're like, you're perched up there, and just like, man, I want to fucking go to my gaff. Why can't I? The fucking starts off with him at the top of Wayne Tower, and he just plummets. And in the video, they have one of the dudes behind the move or the game, and he's like, he's basically flying. No, he's not flying. He's gliding. He's ever constantly gliding. Batman does not fly.
Batman never flies.
But you're looking at the game.
Unless you technically go into the random 90s and noughties cartoons.
Yeah.
He sometimes had a bat jetpack.
Oh, bat jetpack or a bat hand glider.
Yeah.
A bat glider. That's right.
He did a couple of occasions use that, but Batman does not fly. Batman glides. That is what he is best at. But in the laws of physics and real life, that's fucking impossible. You would die.
It's like, I get the whole time, like, you fucking bury yourself down and then you pull back up so you can hit, like, an air pocket that goes into your cape, and that kind of air pocket brings you up. But you have to be over specific places that generate air pockets.
And considering his suit is so fucking heavy.
Yeah, and it's so unreal. But who cares? Because no one fucking bothers.
Just so epic, though.
If it's ever possible, that's the thing about Batman. If anything is ever maybe possible in physics with a lot of fucking money and brains, Batman's gonna do it. It's gonna be Batman. It's gonna be able to do it.
Batman is the most realistic superhero because he has no superpowers. Again.
Yeah. Is there any other super? Well, actually, there's a few. There's the question.
Iron Man doesn't actually have superpowers.
No, he doesn't.
No superpowers.
There's a
Green
lot.
Arrow
actually.
has no superpowers.
There's a lot. Green Arrow, Hawkeye doesn't have superpowers. He's not a super soldier or anything like that. Neither does Black Widow. They're just hard ass motherfuckers. No, well, DC has a lot more of. See, DC go towards more of the
vigilante kind of.
There's vigilante, but there's a very what's the word? Air of Greek mythology.
Yeah.
And Mount Olympus, and like the Watchtower is Mount Olympus, and you have all these gods there, and Superman, Zeus,
very true.
Wonder Woman's Hera. And, even she has her when Wonder Woman's, what's the fucking name of the place she comes from?
Oh, fuck, can't remember.
It's not, I know it's Amazon, but Themyscira. Yeah! They have, like, Hera, they pray to the goddess Hera. She's actually created because of Hera.
Yeah.
Was it her mom asked for a sacrifice and made her out of sand? And then Hera hit the sand with light, and then it became, like, a real person. Which I hope they fucking change that origin for the film.
Well,
that's terrible.
They've well gone past that origin and said that Hera blessed these certain items that gives her the power. And all the Amazon women were strong anyway, but...
She's the best of the best.
She's the best of the best, and the way they did it in... It was one of the DC animated films. They kind of did a Wonder Woman origin.
That's right, the Wonder Woman fucking movie.
She takes the...
How did I forget that?
She takes all the stuff, the lasso of truth and all that, and that's how she can fly, and she gets the superpowers through that because Hera blessed it and empowered it with her force.
And I'm going to assume there's kind of the whole Odin, Mjolnir, or kind of only those who are capable of possessing the power and holding the power are allowed to actually wield it, like.
Exactly. Not just any one of the Amazonian women can wield it. Wonder Woman's mother, she could wield it, but...
I gotta say, that fucking movie of Wonder Woman, if anyone hasn't seen that DC animated movie of Wonder Woman, it's badass. It starts off with a fight, a big war, between Diana's mother and Ares, the god of war.
Yeah.
It's fucking unreal. So good, like.
I do believe there's also a battle with Hades in it.
Yep, and then doesn't Superman. No, sorry, that's a different movie. Is that movie as well?
I think it's not a Wonder Woman film. It's like a Superman Wonder Woman.
Well, no, it's the Wonder Woman film, but it's about her going to that place and then meeting Superman and that shit, I think. Or am I getting confused between Flashpoint Paradox?
Might be in Flashpoint Paradox. I really can't remember. I've watched so many of them. And
really recently as well, because I watched over them again because they're fucking so good.
If DC can do anything right...
You think because I watched it recently that I remember, but it's actually the quite opposite.
DC know how to do their animated TV shows correct.
Their animated shit is so fucking class.
Their films, live action, not so great.
No, they do not have this. It's because in the animated films, it's all the comic book people.
Yeah.
And then they get people, and they animate, and it's all across different fucking... kind of like cross workmanship. It's all like the same kind of people who will write the shit. And also, let's like put it out there, Paul Dini and Bruce Timm are pretty much on almost every single fucking credit, especially Paul Dini, because he just does so much work with all the animated stuff, and that's the reason why they're so good. But Jeff Loeb's always in there and shit like that.
But if they had half a brain, why wouldn't they get...
Well, that's the thing, they're doing it now. Because they never did it before. They did it as just, Warner Brothers, everyone likes Batman, let's make a bigger book. And then they gave it to people like Tim Burton. And when it came out, everyone's like, Batman, that Batman was supposed to be. But then you look back at it and you're like, that's not Batman. Like, what's with the nuts scene? There's a scene in Batman where...
Batman now?
The Michael Keaton Batman, the first one with Tim Burton, right?
Yep.
And there's a scene where Batman's fighting a dude and he's like, you wanna go nuts? Let's get nuts! Oh no, sorry, it's not him, it's not Batman, it's when the Joker is in the gaff of the girl he fancies, right?
Yep.
And who is Vicky Vale. And what's his name? The guy who plays Michael Keaton. He's there as Bruce Wayne. And he's trying to intimidate him. He's like, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts! And then your man, Joker, just fucking shoots him in the chest. But he's got the Back to the Future John Wayne fucking thing of plate silver covering it, which is kind of... I don't think silver was something, but I thought silver was quite a soft, supple material. It wouldn't stop.
It's okay, it's a movie.
It's a movie, it's fine. But you're going to assume it's Joker comedy bullets. They have kill you.
Joker is by far one of the best villains they've ever created. But they still... they still keep him a mystery. You have no idea who he actually is, what made him the way he was. They've kind of in latter days hinted that he was the Red Hood, maybe a magician beforehand. Something went all fucked up. There's the Killing Joke. You ever read that? No.
Okay, you got to read the Killing Joke. You can't talk about the Joker if you haven't read the Killing Joke, because it's the epitome of Joker. Now this always fucking gets me. I want to say it's Alan Moore, but it could be Jeff Loeb did Long Halloween. I think it was Alan Moore's Killing Joke. And the whole thing about that is it's kind of supposed to be the definitive origin of the Joker, but at the end there's this particular page where he's got three playing cards. And so at the end of the beginning he's got 3 playing cards, and they all hint to the different origins, and even Napier's in there. Jack Napier from the Batman. And the whole point is, I think, this is the episode, and the whole thing about that one is he's a comedian who isn't fucking funny, and he can't get people to laugh properly, and he has this one bad day where he just snaps. But the whole thing about this character is any one of these pasts could be true, but it's irrelevant now.
Yeah. Because
he's now this, and this cares nothing for his past, and he'll make up all these pasts. And there was a nice little hint to that in The Dark, where Heath Ledger talks about his scars.
Yeah.
And each time he mentions it, it's a totally different backstory. And it's because the whole thing is it doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't matter. The Joker is...
He's here right now, and he's just wants... Well, Keaton, because some people, Mr. Wayne, just want to watch the world burn. It's fucking class, like... An orange the size of a tangerine.
In Origins...
No, ruby the size of a tangerine.
In Batman Arkham Origins, you really get to see how the Joker becomes so fixated on Batman. Doesn't see Batman as a human, sees him as this kind of monster creature thing, and he is an obsession with him. That he doesn't want to kill him, he just wants to play with him. all the time.
Yeah.
But Joker's way of playing with people is pretty much murdering them.
It's the dichotomy of I can't remember who it was. Some dude basically pointed out that like their love stories.
Yeah.
Joker and Bruce Wayne, Batman and Lex Luthor. They're these unrequited love stories like between these two people who they are the bane of each other's existence, but they can't live without each other.
Yeah.
Even when they want to admit it or not, like. And people have done like psycho evaluations on the Joker and shit like that. Kev Smith has Education podcast with this dude Andy McKelfer. She's right for Tonight Show, and they actually they psychoanalyzed what was the criminal psychology of the people to see if they actually are a place for the criminally insane or if they just go down to the halfway house kind of thing, because they're a bit mad. They should probably go to prison, Blackgate. They're not actually criminal. Joker's criminally insane. But
I think he's beyond criminally insane.
They did Batman. They were like, Batman should go to Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
He's a terrible person. He's fixated on this thing, born from post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
And he spends his day physically exerting all his rage on anything that resembles the original reason for his post-traumatic stress. To the point where he doesn't actually he refuses to kill them because then he'll have no purpose.
Yeah.
And it's mad like when you. But at the same time, that's the whole brilliancy about Batman is his villains and stuff. And would his villains be as bad if Batman wasn't so bad? You know, who's the chicken before the egg kind of thing. But yeah, the fact that you can you start off with Wayne Tower, you fly around, but he lands on the ground, and immediately the Batmobile is right there for him, and it's this animation he jumps right in.
You get to drive the Batmobile,
and you get a bit of a like Halo. You know when you're in a Scorpion tank, or you're in the you're in the Wraith. And you can move like strafe left and right as well. And you have like tank battles and stuff like that. It's class. And at any point you press the button, and he shoots out of the Batmobile and flies around the place again. Like, and they show him a penguin and shit. And then I love it in the trailer. They have it so it's all like glitchy. And although I'd like to see him kick the shit out of the penguin a bit more, but it's all glitchy. And then like the feed is being disturbed, and then it cuts to this unbelievably brilliant CGI of Scarecrow, and it's like I'm gonna fucking destroy you. Just the classic thing of you're gonna watch the world burn.
They give little teasers to Scarecrow and Arkham Origins, and you get to see Harley Quinn before she's Harley Quinn.
That's right.
I really enjoyed the backstories in Arkham Origins.
Oh, it was brilliant. I really think, as a fan of Batman, that game is
much needed.
Very needed. It's not as needed, but it's great. It's a fucking cool fucking meal to have. Like.
Bane, they just slap in and they don't give much of a background.
But everyone knows about Bane.
Yeah, Bane is Bane, but you know, kind of big guy takes venom, and then there's a new drug in it, and he becomes this super fucking monster Bane. And it's like, okay, I'm bored with Bane. Like, Bane is just same old, same shit, different day.
Yeah.
It never changes. Even the Joker is a bit stale after a while. And the good thing is, they can't bring the Joker into... Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't played Arkham City. You won't be seeing the Joker, or at least...
Dude.
A Joker.
They don't say that he's dead.
Yeah, they do. They carry out his corpse.
They carry out a body.
It's the joke. Mark Hamill announced it even. He's like, that's me done. No more Joker. Joker is dead.
Oh, really? Mark Hamill's never going to play the Joker again?
No.
I can guarantee you Mark Hamill will be playing the Joker again.
He did make the Joker, you know. The only thing he did besides Star Wars was, you know, being the Joker.
They're not done. That's the thing, like, with the way
I'd
the world
like to see
works.
a game without the Joker in it for once, though.
Well, they're picking Scarecrow for Scarecrow and the Arkham Knight, because Batman isn't the Arkham Knight.
I know he's not the Arkham Knight.
The Arkham Knight is someone that I've never heard of before, and I think he was just... I don't know, it might be wrong, because I don't know enough. I don't know all of the Batman names. There's so much history.
There's too much to delve
There's
into.
so fucking much. And then you get onto the fucking Gotham Inc., where it's just Batman all over the world, like, or Batman Inc., Gotham Inc., Batman Inc., Batman Inc. Yeah, it's Batman Incorporated, and it's just Batman all over. He goes to different places all over the world, and he's like, yeah, we're all trained to be a Batman for each place, you know?
Yeah.
But, and then like it gets there's so much fucking richness to the thing, but what was your point?
My point was, it would be nice to see a game that's
Yes.
not solely driven by the Joker.
Yeah, no. So this won't be.
Because they sold Arkham Origins as Black Mask, all about Black Mask, and then, sorry people, spoiler alert again.
Spoiler alert, you haven't played it.
Big spoiler alert, it's not about Black Mask.
It's not about Black Mask
all about the Joker.
Yeah.
The Joker was pulling the strings the whole fucking time. Which
the-
was a very good twist.
It was cool.
Because I didn't even know he was in the game.
No, neither did I. And it was, as you said, the guy who did the voice for him actually did a really good job. I don't know his name. But yeah, no, the bad guys in this are clearly Scarecrow and this Arkham Knight character. Whoever the fuck that is, which I'm very about. And I have a feeling that they wrote that specifically just for the game. So, considering who writes those stories, it's not going to be some half-assed new person. They're going to have a history and a fucking origin to him and all this kind of shit. Or some kind of mystery anyway. So I'm happy about that. That's going to be a beast. Just the whole fucking... I was so annoyed when Rocksteady wasn't doing Origins. And as great as it was for story and stuff like that, as an overall game, it didn't really deliver the way City did and the way Asylum did. But, once again, it wasn't Rocksteady, so I was like, oh, they haven't gone shit. And they let that game go for money and all that shit. Probably they have a contract with Warner Brothers as well to put another one. So they let it to a subsidiary studio while they're working on Arkham Knight. And you have
Is it
Skyrim
in the
Rule.
same universe as Arkham Asylum, Arkham City?
I think
or is
it's...
it just merely using the name?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm going to presume and deduce that it's after City.
It's before.
It's before City.
It's Arkham Origins.
Oh, no, I meant Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight is definitely
After City, yeah.
But I don't know where I don't know if it's the same
World.
same world or a completely different. I think they might be going for a completely different world now.
Well, was Arkham City...
Because what much more can you do after Arkham City? Because, you know, how much more fucked up can Gotham City get? Like, it's been pretty fucked up in the last...
They might just be starting off from, like, a new Batman game, in which case that means they can use the Joker again in future games.
Yeah, they could. But it also gives them the option to explore other characters.
Yeah, I really... You know, I like, well, there's one character that they're not going to bring him in... Well, they might be able to because of the games. The Butcher or the Pigman from Beware the Bat. It's Pigman and Toad, I think it is. And in Beware the Batman, he talks like this, and he's got like a cleaver and a pig mask, and he's really big. He's like looks about 400 pounds, Kingpin style, like. But from the actual origins of the character, he's this fucked up villain who he'll like get someone. For example, I don't know if it actually happens, but he'll get like, let's say he captures Robin, right, and he'll do something like he'll take off their leg and sew it to their neck, and then like sew their arm onto their foot that's sticking out of their neck, so they're not dead, but they can never ever ever do what they were gonna do ever again. They're fucked. Like,
I think they'll bring in...
It's a really fucking dark guy, because he doesn't kill people. He just mutilates them and fucks them up, so they're still completely alive and healthy, but they can never live a normal life.
Do you think we'll see possibly Nightwing or Robin or someone in? Because that's one thing they haven't really done too much. Tim Drake was an unlockable character in that, but it was only online unlockable, which kind of fucking sucks balls, because I can't get internet upstairs my room. It's very intermittent because it's so high up, so I couldn't really play online. I don't play much Xbox online, and I was loving the idea of playing as Robin. That's one thing they could really do with bringing in... You could also have unlocked Nightwing, I think, in it as well, on online unlockable code, but I think they need to bring in Nightwing or someone else to spice things up a bit.
I think, well, I don't think they're going to do it for this one, because I think people will be happy enough with the Batmobile and the fact that for the first time, Skyrim rules, whatever you can see, you can get to. So I think people are going to be happy enough about that. And at the end of the day, core, it is a Batman game. But I do also think that in regards to the online, in regards to expanding the universe of the game, maybe a Nightwing game.
Yeah, I'd be happy with a Nightwing game. Because, I mean, the character hasn't been explored all that much.
But that's the thing. I don't think that'll be. That's probably one of the problems because it hasn't been explored.
He's
They can't.
pretty much
Can they bank on him?
like he's Batman, basically.
That's the thing. So they can't make
And
him their own
eventually
game.
he does.
It'll have to be a
become a
skin
Batman anyway.
change. It'll have to be a skin change you can do. Like you can do Batman, you play a Batman game, or you unlock it so you can play. It would probably be the same thing as when they brought Robin in for the Harley Quinn's Revenge. That it'll be an expansion thing that you'll do a mission as Batman, and then you'll meet Nightwing in it, and then after this cutscene, whatever, you then go off as Nightwing and you do that mission.
That would be grand.
I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
That was one
I don't
of the
want
few.
a solo game or something just to be able to, play with these characters a bit. Because they're so fundamental in the Batman history, so...
Mm.
At
Absolutely.
one stage, Dick Grayson does take on the mantle of Batman.
Yeah, he wears the coat.
He wears the cowl, but not for that long, but he does step up to the role, and then, it passes back to Bruce Wayne,
Mm.
and then I think he takes it again in various other continuities, and, he's mentoring Damian, who fucking hates him.
Yeah, Damian Wayne is a fucking great character. He's brilliant
I heard that they got rid of him.
in the comics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I don't really understand why, because I don't read a lot of the comics. I just kind of watch the animated TV shows and follow the games and...
See, I don't, like, I get whatever they got rid of him, but I'd like to see something done. Like, okay, actually, well, they did do Son of Batman, the animated movie, which
That
kind of
wasn't
based on Son of the Demon and Son of Batman, the thing itself.
I watched Son of Batman. I
the comic
was
itself.
slightly disappointed.
Um,
I was expecting a bit more out of it. And
really? I was happy with it.
I was happy with it, but it wasn't as fantastic as I thought it would be. Given that pretty much... There are a few,
Oh!
crap Batman animated films out there, like...
No, there's one Batman animated film, and it's probably the worst rendition of Batman I've ever seen in my life, and that includes Adam West, which is more of a parody, and it's kind of funny, and it's a classic, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Batman versus Dracula.
I watched a couple of seconds and
Yep.
switched it off.
Exactly the same thing. I watched the first few minutes, they meet the Penguin, and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, it was just
I'm done.
rubbish.
It was so bad. The
With
accent
the
for the
three
Penguin, the guy had a
The
terrible,
one with the
voice
Batwomen
actor.
in it as well. That wasn't as good as it could have been.
The one with the Batwomen.
He was like, who the hell are these people?
Oh no, I like that.
That was good, but they could have done a slightly
That's
better.
Barbara Gordon. Barbara Gordon's Batgirl, man.
It wasn't just Barbara Gordon.
Barbara Gordon and Dick Grayson, right? That's Batgirl and Nightwing. And then Batwoman is... Fuck, who's Batwoman?
I don't know, it was just random people.
Is it Selena Kyle?
No,
No. Is it Jim's wife?
I don't know. Can't really remember, but
No. What movie are you talking about?
it's one of the animated films that I've watched. I went through and systematically watched all the animated Batman films. There are just... Because you do. As you
Yeah.
do, like. That's what I...
Fuck, I don't remember the names. I smoke too much. When I have them in front of me, though, I look at them all and go, ah! And all of a sudden, every bit of the films comes into my brain. I'm like, oh, I know one of those films. But,
What did you make of Mask of the Phantasm?
oh, brilliant.
Very good.
Fucking love that. That is a fucking key Batman film. That is fucking class. I really like that one.
Batman Year One.
That's the one with, oh, don't tell me, Bryan Cranston playing, Gordon. Yeah, I really like that. And brilliant segue, actually, to another topic I wanted to talk about. Your man, Benjamin McKenzie, who played Ryan Atwood in the OC, does the voice for Batman in Batman Year One. And now, he is Commissioner Gordon in the new Gotham show.
No.
By the way.
Not Commissioner Gordon.
Sorry,
Detective
Gordon.
Detective Gordon.
Have you seen the fucking advert trailer? The trailer?
Yeah.
Oh
I like
my
it. I cannot wait for it.
God, okay.
And I'm liking that they're not going to bring Batman
No,
into it. It's nothing to
the
do
show ends with Batman
with
with Bruce Wayne becoming Batman. That's when the show is done.
And that's not going to be for quite a while yet.
No, Rickman's fucking what? Bruce Wayne is 11, 10 in it. Supposed to be 10 or 12.
Between 10 and 12, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a long time.
Yeah.
And it's just all about the origins of Gotham, and
Yeah,
like they invented a character to precede Penguin,
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Jada Pinkett Smith, and like they have Selena Kyle, who's this really young kid. I like the way they have her with like even with the fucking goggles back then. It was fucking cool, like, and she got like the leather kind of jacket and shit. And she's a bit of a Rudiger and stuff. And then Poison Ivy is this weird kind of Luna Lovegood kind of girl.
I like it.
Up in a tower or something. It's
Yeah.
fucking weird. I like that though. That's really cool.
It should be a good show.
It should be a really good show, man. They got some fucking proper chops on that thing, like serious fucking people on that. Like, unfortunately, I'm terrible at remembering names, but there's like there's the dude who plays Bullock, Harvey Bullock. What's he from?
I can't remember
A
what
fucking comedy show used to be on. We had a family, and his daughter was fucking shit hot, and his wife was fucking super sexy as well. She had huge tits.
Any chance it was the daughter who's there in The Big Bang Theory, that show?
Oh my god, is that the daughter?
There was a comedy show, My
Wife and Kids.
No, it wasn't My Wife and Kids. It was something else. But he had two daughters and one really hot blonde daughter. Really,
It's a Three Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah, she's Kaylee Cuoco or whatever. She's moved on to Big Bang Theory.
Oh, that's Penny.
Penny.
Oh yeah! She's fucking hot,
She's
man.
hot, but then Penny takes a bit of a downturn through one or two of the seasons and she's not so good looking.
Well, you see, I like the fact that they keep her normal.
She's still pretty fucking
because
sexy.
she's not super thin. You know what I mean? She's really not. But she's still gorgeous. And she's got huge fucking tits.
Howard's wife is actually pretty hot.
Howard's wife, yeah, she's
and
a
actually,
demon.
Sheldon's girlfriend.
Not that attractive in real life.
In real life, she's a lot prettier than she looks in the
show.
show.
Of course, because they make her look super fucking frumpy.
Yeah, but she's actually, semi-attractive. Like...
Semi-attractive.
So
if you're ever listening to this, girl who plays Sheldon's fucking girlfriend...
I'd kind of give you one.
What's her name? Amy Farrah Fowler. Amy Farrah Fowler. You are... What was the word you said? Semi-attractive.
I would.
Says Stuart Gill.
Quote unquote.
Quote unquote.
Moving in the DC context though, are you looking forward to Flash?
Oh yeah. Well,
yes and no.
I'm really looking forward to it. I just hope it doesn't bomb.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about. Because if it bombs, that's going to affect Arrow.
Yeah.
And if it bombs, it's also going to affect what their clearly obvious plan is to take over a TV universe of kind of a DC-ish Justice League, Young Justice kind of thing.
Rumour has it that Nightwing might be popping up in Arrow?
I heard such a rumour, in which case, all over my face, neck and chest, shut up and take my money.
Yeah, I kind of saw a tweet from someone, or a picture that he was in the gym hitting it hard for Nightwing.
Who?
I can't remember. I don't know who this actor is, but...
Because I know that there's a random Nightwing show that might be starting, courtesy of a Kickstarter, by some dude who made a fan Nightwing movie on YouTube.
Yeah.
And that looks alright. I hope they get better writers for the dialogue, for the love of Christ. But other than that, the effort's fucking really good. Really good.
They're using Stephen Amell, who plays Oliver Queen in Flash, he's going to be...
Yes, that's right, yeah. They're going to have... like a little pilot and little segues and back and forth when they're meeting on rooftops or whatever. Like
he's kind of helping to launch the show because he's built quite a profile.
Yeah, man, the Arrow, or not just Arrow alone, the amount of people who you don't expect to actually watch that fucking show, watch it and it's really good. It's just really well written. So for people who don't like comics, it's a very entertaining show anyway.
And all the Easter eggs they put into it are pretty damn good.
Yeah, for the people who actually like comics,
Solomon
it's like
Grundy Easter egg.
Oh my god, yeah.
Did you notice that? They had in your man's apartment. They had the poem of Solomon Grundy on the table. They also... Cyrus Gold was his name.
Yeah, and when he falls into the electric box as well, that's the same fucking company that does like all that fucking shit with serums and stuff like that. Like.
Yeah. He's going to be back as... I think they've left it that they can bring Solomon Grundy in if they feel like it.
Oh yeah, they can. Solomon Grundy doesn't die.
I know he's more a Batman villain. more based around Batman and Justice League.
Well, so is Deathstroke, man.
Deathstroke, yeah. I was like, he is predominantly
Manu
Batman.
Bennett plays a
Excellent.
knockout performance. Absolutely. For those of you who don't know who Manu Bennett is, he played Crixus in Spartacus. And if you don't know who that is, Jesus baby Christ, go watch Spartacus. It's
just watch him in action as Deathstroke. You see Deathstroke in the animated or video games. What you see in the video games, Manu Bennett personifies that in real life.
Well, it's cool because when you see him on the island, you're like, I don't see. I mean, he is Slade Wilson, that's his name, and he has that face thing. I don't see how he's gonna play. I can't see it. And then he's sitting there that episode at the end of the end of the first season, or no, it was the second season. It was like the second or third episode of the second season, or the first one. I'm not sure, but very very beginning, and near the end of that particular episode, he's someone on a desk, and all you see is just the back of their head. That's it, or like their shadow. Sorry. And then the camera goes in, and you just see him there with the grey lines along his sides of his head and the eye patch, and you're like, "Oh my god, he looks exactly like Deathstroke! He's awesome!"
What did you make of the whole Mirakuru serum thing?
I liked it. I thought it was a really good way of doing Deathstroke without it being...
a very fresh twist on the whole thing.
Yes, it was done without it doing in a secret government facility down underneath this building that no one pays attention to. There's tests going on and blah blah blah. And he's the product of the testing, a soldier taken out of battle after being injured.
No.
Nothing like that. No. I was really happy with it. It's like this ancient Chinese drug that can kill you, pretty much.
With that serum that Roy Harper was going to be Arsenal because he was punching through stuff.
That's what I thought he was going to be Arsenal.
They misled you with a hint that he's not going to be Speedy. He will eventually take the name Arsenal. But no, they're going Red Arrow.
Yeah, he's going to be Red Arrow.
He's going to be Red Arrow. And I am pretty happy.
Who is Thea going to be? Because I don't think she's written in the comic books, man. I'm going to admit, I don't read a lot of Green Arrow comics.
I've never come across Thea Queen until the show.
And she's gone evil. She's sided with Malcolm Merlyn, man. She's going to be somebody.
She hasn't gone evil, but...
She sided with Malcolm Merlyn, man. She got into the limo. She's...
Yeah, because of what happens and what unfolds. I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah, obviously.
I'm not going to say what happens because you have to watch the shit out of season 2 of Arrow.
Yeah, spoilers, by the way, in advance if you've already said stuff that's ruined loads, but you have to fucking watch them if you don't watch them. You shouldn't be listening to things like this.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be watching playing games or anything like that to do with Batman if you don't fucking, or DC if you don't.
If you don't know the shit, then don't listen.
Or, no, do you know what? That's mean. If you don't know this shit, this is your chance.
Okay,
this is your chance
listen
now.
And take what we're enthusiastically talking about.
Exactly, it's the enthusiasm and the love for it.
The love for it. Take our love for these Batman games, the DC animated.
Take a little sip of our love, rub it on your skin, sit down and watch a bit of Arrow, and see if it therapeutically soothes you. Because it's good shit.
It's not as seedy as Dan makes it sound.
Oh, it's exactly as seedy as I'm making it sound. Don't twist my words. You don't speak for me. In other news, DC related again because they're just hitting it up. New Batman Superman film. They're going to be hinting to, or they have your man cast as Lex Luthor. They have actually stuff about Wonder Woman in the movie. Wonder Woman will be. Well, it's all rumour, but it's apparently rumours from sources, but whatever. That Wonder Woman will be Diana something, whatever her fucking name is.
Yeah.
In the movie. And then later, and they'll Kal-El or Batman, one of the two, or even just the viewers, I'm not sure, will see her as normal Diane woman. And then she'll appear as Wonder Woman later. But they're going back to the more original classic Wonder Woman look, apparently. With like the arm things that go like, she has her braces, but she has like arm.
Well, I don't mind because Wonder Woman's classic look was pretty revealing.
Yeah, exactly.
And Gal Gadot is pretty smoking hot, so
she has got to fucking pack on muscle and arse and tits though. She has to pack on hips because the whole thing about Wonder Woman. This is why I wasn't fully happy with Gal Gadot, right? Gal Gadot, yeah, okay, she's a woman, but when the Wonder Woman was the iconic thing of, especially at the time that it came out, a woman of her age, whatever, would have already had a kid.
Yep.
So she has the hips, right? And it's the whole thing of she's a Wonder Woman, like women have power for women, and she's not this like beautiful, pretty, dainty girl. Is
But
Wonder
Gal
Woman.
Gadot wasn't really a dainty girl either.
She's slender as fuck, man.
She's slender, but she kind of had a masculine air to her in some.
Cause we're not going for masculine.
Yeah,
we're going for stuff we back it at it.
Yeah,
like
I know, but
curves
she's like
or Vagata or whatever.
She's gonna hit it hard, you know. She will. But
Well, I hope so. I hope she hits the gym, and they more than likely will, because that's what they do. And like,
look
it's
at Batfleck. Look how big he's gotten.
consider how fucking long it's going to be since the movie comes out. It's not coming out till 2016, and they've already got the people cast. They probably, I say, she will be fucking working out like and getting it done.
I just don't know about this film now.
But she's gonna have their like sword and shield and everything like that. It's gonna be class.
Did you hear they've cast Aquaman?
Yes, Khal Drogo.
Yep.
So if any watch Game of Thrones, the what's the fucking Dothraki.
Dothraki.
Khaleesi's fucking
husband.
Boned concubine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing, which I think he's gonna be brilliant. I think he's gonna be a good Aquaman.
Yeah.
I think people have to stop thinking Aquaman's a pussy.
No, he Jason Momoa is not a pussy.
No.
He's a badass motherfucker. Okay, most people didn't watch Stargate Atlantis, but that's where I first saw him, and he played this big, rough, tough guy, Ronan, who was just an ass kicker, and I loved his character. He was just takes no prisoners.
And going back to Atlantis, yeah, Atlantis.
Yeah, and nice little title.
I know, yeah, it comes full circle.
See what they did there?
See what we did there? See what we did there?
Just
Yeah, we see it, alright? We fucking see it. If you point it out, it ruins it.
gonna write a story.
Could have been a little novel. No, that's not ours. That's That's Seth MacFarlane's. It's not ours.
Yeah,
We can't
I
do
know.
that.
But I just loved it.
I was actually going to segue to the Seth MacFarlane joke about Aquaman, where this girl's being raped on a beach, and she's like, "Help me!" And Aquaman's, "I'll save you. If you could just come out into the water for a sec." I'm sorry, what? Could you just see? I can't stop you from doing anything in the water, so I need you to come out into the water, and then I can stop you from, and I can help that girl. You are a fucking piece of shit superhero. Yeah, fuck you. It's just Aquaman's like, oh.
South Park's parody on Aquaman, Seaman and his trusty
Seaman
sidekick Swallow.
Swallow, come. He did not just say that. You can't be quoting other people's shit. But no, because Aquaman, here's the thing. He's essentially Magneto. He's a fucking master of an element of which is water, and water's everything. So if you want to be fucking realistic, he can turn to any human being.
Aquaman is pretty badass. Like.
He can turn to any human being and just like, oh, it's going to boil the water in your body. Or it's going to take the water out of your body.
He doesn't
while you're dead.
have those abilities per se, though. He's just, you know.
Well, he can manipulate water.
Yeah, but within
Dude,
a certain
I can't remember the name of the comic book, but
within
he like
a certain extent,
destroys an entire continent.
He wouldn't use someone's.
He lifts up the water,
inside
messes
their
with
body.
everything,
Though I don't.
And then just go and just
He
washes his
has the
continent
ability,
away.
but he's too noble to
True.
stoop to that level.
True, but the point I'm making is he's a badass.
He is
And
badass.
if you watch Flashpoint Paradox, it's Wonder Woman versus Aquaman for rule over the planet.
Yeah.
And the whole point is Flash has to fix this because everyone else is disbanded and these two fuckers are worn like motherfuckers, and if nothing stops them, they're going to destroy planet Earth. Because either or are that fucking powerful,
One
like
thing
with
we
their
didn't
armies
see in
as well.
Flashpoint Paradox that was hinted at was, seen as, you know, different time zone and everything, Bruce Wayne wasn't Batman. It was his father.
Yeah, that was
his mother was
brilliant, by the way.
His mother was supposed to be the Joker.
Yeah.
We only got teased about it, but never got to see it.
When they get shot, he turns around and he sees his wife, and his wife's crying, holding Bruce, and there's like loads of... Bruce gets killed in the alternate fucking reality. So Bruce gets shot, and turns around, and Martha's there holding him, and then she's like kind of crying, and her hair's hanging over her face, so you can't see it. But the crying turns into like this hysterical kind of hiccup cry, and then turns into this weird kind of laugh, like this maniacal fucking laugh. And she has her hand over her mouth, and then she pulls her hand away, and she's got the blood making a big lipstick smirk around her mouth, and she's like, crazy eyes, and fucking Thomas Wayne's just looking at her, you know, and then he's a murderer. Thomas Wayne just fucking kills people. He's a brutal cunt.
He's also a raging alcoholic.
Yeah,
as well.
But he's fucking noble, because as soon as he
like,
finds out, he's like, is my son alive in this fucking other timeline? Are you fucking serious? And they're like, yeah, I swear to God. And he's like, okay, I'll do anything.
Yeah.
I'll do absolutely anything. And he's like, but
Yeah,
you're going to die. He's like, I don't care.
Sacrificing his own life for his son.
Yeah, he's like, even though it's not a life that he will be able to live in this life, and the idea that his son might live on in another time.
He's willing to do it, whatever.
It's beautiful. Watch Flashpoint Paradox, it's beautiful.
It was brilliant.
And Jim Lee. Oh, I just want to cradle that guy's balls.
The new 52 designs are very good.
The new design in Flashpoint. Man, Superman stuff is with like kind of Romanesque Legion, kind of the extra collar built up and stuff, and the big thick cape coming off with like from buckle kind of thing. Oh, it's fucking deadly, like. And Shazam, instead of a tiny little shitty cape, really long cloak with this big fucking hood, and he just has his arms fucking crossed and electricity just floating around him as he just slowly lands down. It's fucking bitchin'. I love that they're all trying to get into Wonder Woman. No one knows who Wonder Woman is. She appears there in the place and she just starts fucking all these people, all these enemies up, and everyone's like, who the fuck is that girl? She is hot. It's fucking brilliant. Those Green Lantern and Flash have the whole thing trying to get stuck into her, like.
Oh, and
Bruce Wayne's not interested at all, but she likes Bruce.
That was Justice League War, was it not?
Hmm?
That was in Justice League War.
Was that War?
Yeah, not Flashpoint Paradox.
God, I get these all mixed up!
Flashpoint Paradox kicked off the New 52.
That's right. Yeah, New 52 line, yeah.
And Justice League War was hilarious because Batman
God,
and Green Lantern
I'm terrible
hate each other.
at fucking pinning things into the right fucking places.
They hate each other. Green Lantern and Batman can't stand each
Yeah,
other.
that's right, yeah. You think he's an arrogant cunt.
Yeah, and then he...
Oh, he steals Flash Lantern's ring! He's like, wait, what the heck the fuck did you do that?
Don't ever do that again.
He's like, what, this? What could you possibly do? What could you do now that I have this? He's like showing his ring.
Batman
like,
just being Batman.
How did you...
Batman is... He's a dark horse for comedy sometimes.
He really is.
He's funny in his own little way. Like.
He does his little thing and he gives his Batman smirk. And you see it for half a second, his little Batman smirk, that's it.
He enjoys fucking with people.
Yeah. It's like, his humour is based on Schadenfreude.
Yes.
Schadenfreude is a beautiful word by the Germans, which means getting humour, laughing at, or like the idea of humour from somebody else's misfortune. So, jackass will be the epitome of inciting Schadenfreude in people. It's just like, it's such a fucking great thing to do. Because it is, man. You see people fall and slip. That shit's fucking hilarious. And I don't know why, but it just is. Misfortune for the people, it's funny. Until it happens to you and then you're like, fuck you, God! What was it? If God gives you lemons, you find a new God.
I'd like to retract my earlier statement saying German Gestapo with that piece.
What was it? So you're not looking forward to this film?
I don't know if it'll be any use. I think they're throwing way too much into it. Too many characters. Martian Manhunter's in it. Aquaman's in it. Superman's in it. Batman's in it. Wonder Woman's in it. Like, come on. How many fucking people can you put in one film that's not a big meet-up, team-up film? Like, the Avengers, they all had their solo films and ever so slightly intersected with each other at one stage. And they worked it really well for the Avengers, but it's like, DC are just like, shit, we need to copy what they're doing and get in quick. So we're just going to lamp all these superheroes in, do all this at this one time, and then we're going to do the Justice League. I was like, no, you should just...
Well, like, you say that, right? But when you think about... the Avengers is obviously the only example. When you think about the Avengers, Hulk, his prequel movies are not relevant to the Avengers.
No, because...
Black Widow, Hawkeye, they didn't have prequels. Thor's...
No, but they both popped up in various other films.
But, like, they didn't have prequels.
No.
And everyone already knows who the fuck Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman are. Nobody knows who the fuck Black Widow and Hawkeye are unless they're involved in the comic books, the cartoons before. Whereas already people know these fucking people anyway. And they're like the three main people. And Lex Luthor as well. Everyone fucking knows Lex Luthor.
Martian Manhunter will be good to get to know.
Yeah, but he'll just be a random. Like, they're just popping them in because they're but, like, Thor's, right? Thor had a prequel. Didn't do that well, man. Did not do in any way close to Iron Man or anything like that.
I thoroughly enjoyed Thor.
Oh, I fucking love Thor. Didn't do that well. At all. And that's why when Avengers came out, it was such a surprise that it did so well because some of the prequels didn't.
Yeah.
Really, you know, that's why they didn't bother bringing out a New Hope or
Captain
anything like
America,
that before.
the first Avenger, that was alright, but it wasn't.
It
by
didn't
any
do
means
that well.
Fantastic in box office hits or
No,
anything.
it really
Winter
wasn't.
Soldier, my god,
Unbelievable.
that is.
Unfucking
Now you
believable.
see why they had to do First Avenger, because they needed to do Cap's origins, and then they can make him into the espionage kind of super soldier spy he is.
Yeah, that was a fucking class movie. I will say, I love the way that the shows and the movies, they're all interlinked. It's all the same universe now.
Yeah.
I really like that. And stuff that happens in S.H.I.E.L.D. affects the movies and vice versa. It's really cool. But I think one of the things that helped the Avengers is by the time Avengers began, the people they actually had working on that fucking film were much closer to the people who should be working on it. Fans and creators of the fucking source material.
Yeah.
And that's what made the massive
And
difference.
the guy who's directing it, Joss Whedon, is a super fanboy anyway, and
Yeah.
an ex-writer for Marvel anyway.
Yeah, so it was perfect, right? Now we have Zack Snyder, who is a writer, or used to at least write, for fucking DC. You have a lot more people involved in it now who are from the actual comic book world, because they've copped on and gone, oh, this is an unbelievably lucrative business if we actually do it right.
Yeah.
So you have now the people who were working on the animated movies are now branching over and are going to be given more leeway, and people like Jeff Loeb and all those people will be getting much more leeway and allowance to oversee and the creation of these fucking things. And they're not doing a Batman movie, Superman movie, Batman and Superman movie with a bit of Wonder Woman. Then a Wonder Woman movie, they just
No, they're kind of...
Superman the new Superman, what Man of Steel was a start.
Yeah.
And then every movie after that is just building and building and building and building and building onto this universe for and
Man of Steel I thoroughly enjoyed.
I really enjoyed it. I don't care what people have to say about it.
People do slate it.
People slate it for the two common things I hear about it, right? These are the two main rifes I hear about it. One, oh, they just destroy loads of buildings and they just go around destroying half of New York, right? Happened the same in Avengers, no one gave a shit. There were people in the buildings in Avengers, no one was evacuated yet. They have a whole fucking piece in that movie of Man of Steel where they evacuate the fucking city, right? And only people who stay around are people in news places, because there's the classic thing of the person with the camera writing a news story has to be on the front line, right? So that's already, fuck off, you've lost that argument.
Yeah.
It's just, name, how many fucking movies have you seen where you don't talk about it, but the city or whatever gets destroyed.
Yeah.
And you're like, innocent people would have been
Pretty
dead.
much every comic book film.
Pretty much every action movie on a large enough
Things
scale.
get leveled.
Yes, on a large enough fucking scale.
It's not Superman's fault. He's,
And the other thing was that he killed Superman. Or Superman killed Zod. And
But that needed to happen as his driver for I never kill.
Yeah.
That is why Superman... That explains why Superman will never kill, because he really did not want to kill Zod, but he had absolutely no fucking choice, and that drives him and develops his character even further.
And it's the whole point of the movie, or with the relationship between his dad was like, he has to be human to blend in, but he has to remember he's not human.
Yeah.
And he can't allow the human emotions to take control of him, because once he lets that out, it's different from anyone else doing that on the planet, and everyone will notice it and everyone will fucking hunt him down for it. And it'll change him as a person. So that one moment where he lets his humanity get the better of him, and he's like, he doesn't want to kill these people, but he's like, he's so upset, and he's like, please don't. He's not using his logical brain, he's not trying to, because if you think about it, and it's done okay with Russell Crowe, it's made it more actiony, but I think it's done the best with Marlon Brando, where you get the idea that these Kryptonians are very wise.
Yeah.
Very never really thinking with their emotions, which is why Kal-El can tend to be quite cold.
Yeah, they kind of come across as cold, but it's because
they're stable in their do's and don'ts.
They're logical. They just think logically. Emotions don't come into play.
And like the whole thing was, when he did that, instead of, if he was logical maybe for his entire thinking, he wouldn't have gotten to that situation with Zod when that was happening, but he let his emotions get the better of him, and he ends up killing Zod. And as you said, I think that's a really good thing for anyone who isn't familiar with that universe or isn't familiar or isn't really ready subconsciously for Superman in that kind of light. Because Superman isn't as... A lot of the comic books, especially the DC ones, it's not as Jesus Christ-esque gleaming light that Christopher
Superman
Reeves
isn't the
plays.
all-American
Now,
goody-goody but two shoes.
he is, but he's a lapdog puppy.
He's part human at the end of the day. In terms of, he's Kryptonian, but he ends up becoming part human.
But like, there is the whole thing with like he becomes a lapdog government that's in fucking war and stuff like that. And in Dark Knight Returns, which I think is where this kind of whole thing is coming from, that he's a puppy for the government, and that's what Batman's kind of against him, and all that shit. And he becomes he's not as like... I love Joel or George Schuster's Superman Returns with Christopher Reeves. They're amazing. They're amazing. They're beautiful. But the world that they're making for this Justice League, the Justice League world is not as bright as the Superman world.
It's not rainbows and puppy dogs. It's gritty and dark.
Like, they have to have that kind of level of, Superman's great, but we're writing real shit here. People, look, he did that.
They're probably going to incorporate Darkseid.
All right. Oh, they have to incorporate Darkseid. They have to.
That's what the rumor mills are flying with. That Darkseid is going to be.
Well, if they're moving towards
Justice League.
That's the thing. They're moving towards eventually. They're going to have, like, well, I don't know if it's 2 or 3 movies after this, but it's going to be blah blah Superman blah blah Justice League, and then Justice League movies from there. Like,
this is.
Once they have the Justice
Superman
League
versus Batman Dawn of Justice.
Mm-hmm.
So that in itself hints straight away Justice League is to follow. This is how it all starts, and then.
Could I get a cigarette actually? No more green, but I need nicotine.
I need to take a toilet break actually.
Alright, Grant. I'll man the ship for you. I'll man the ship while you're gone. But yeah, I don't think it was exactly like they needed to show Superman killing a motherfucker. But I don't think that it pissed all over the idea. I think it's something that kind of like, wasn't really spoken about in the history of Superman, but this did happen, and it kind of stands to his conviction for why he's just like, no, I'm not gonna fucking do that. I'm not gonna fucking murder people. I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm never gonna let something like Zod happen again, because I'll never let myself turn into that again and allow for someone like Zod to even be, because it can't happen. I can't have that happen again. He has to protect the people. He has to protect the human race on planet Earth, which apparently is only in Metropolis and not the rest of the planet. But hopefully they'll make an heir to it, because I've always liked that about the Joel Schusters. There was like scenes in like once or twice where he either was like, oh, sorry, where like he'd arrive and like, where were you? And he's like, oh, Japan needed my help, or something like that. Like, not as terribly written and blatant as that, but they'd have like, Superman does go around the planet. He has to travel around, and I've read it. He has to travel around the planet because he's Superman and he can. So I hope that they make some kind of note during these movies at some point that Superman isn't only ever just in quote unquote Metropolis, New York. Did they actually call it New York in this? Did they call it Metropolis? I don't know. I'll ask Gill. He might know. But I think in lieu of the new Marvel movies, how fucking awesome Arrow is, in light of what I've seen from the movies and the fact that I think Ben Affleck's going to be a great Batman, dude. I just think, first of all, he's the first fucking person playing Bruce Wayne who finally has the build. Because in pretty much every fucking incarnation of comic book style where you see Batman and Superman together, they're almost pretty much the exact same fucking size.
Yeah.
They're just bigger. And he's a beast.
But Christian Bale did a decent enough job getting the bulk, but...
He doesn't have the Mr. American face.
Yeah.
Rich American man face.
He didn't have the big square
That's the thing.
jaw. Ben Affleck, perfect.
Ben Affleck has that chisel, like he can play off the I'm rich and I'm arrogant, I'm Bruce Wayne.
When I picture Bruce Wayne, it's Bruce Wayne from the 90s cartoon Batman, and I look at that and go, actually, yeah,
That's
Ben
Ben
Affleck.
Affleck. Yeah, Paul Dini. Yeah, exactly it. Like Bruce
That,
Timm's fucking rendition of it.
yeah.
It's
like that's what
as soon as I heard it was announced, exactly like it just like you just said. I just pictured Bruce Wayne from the animated Batman series. Yep, that's him.
Yeah,
it works. And if you see the picture, like yeah, of course he's got a kind of a costume on, but the mask of the character,
the costume.
Sad Batman.
The costume
it's all him.
like. The costume looks to me like it's a grey batsuit this time.
Oh yeah, no, they you can see. I can't remember where it is. Somebody put it on YouTube. They colored it, and it is true to what they're doing. Because somebody saw the non-monochrome version of that photograph, the actual version of the photo, like the actual look of it, and it's the suit that he has in the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
It's the grey with the small eared, thick wing and shit like that. Like it's gonna be fucking and long ears. Or sorry, short ears.
Short ears.
Sorry, really, really short ears. Sorry, that's the point. That's the one. Yeah, really, really short ears. But he the suit's kind of more closer to Superman's kind of lycra-ish, Spider-Man-y kind of thing to the skin with armor pieces on it. But the mass of that's all Ben Affleck, bro.
I know, he's been hitting the gym like crazy.
Like a motherfucker.
Jennifer Garner has been talking about it, going, yeah, I don't see him anymore because he's in the gym. He's cheating on me with the gym at the moment.
And she's just like, the more he goes to the gym, the more I want the fucking dick. I want the bat dick. She wants it. I get the bat utility belt.
I wonder if we'll see any gizmos and gadgets in this.
What I wonder is, are they going to have the fight that they have in The Dark Knight?
Well, it is the two of them versus each other, and.
So is Oliver Queen going to come in? Old Oliver Queen? Is Batman going to be old? He's not going to be old. He can't be old.
He's not young.
He's not young, but he's not.
He's a veteran.
Yeah, but he's
not old Batman.
No, he's not the Dark Knight Batman.
He's weathered a bit though.
He's not the Dark Knight Rises Batman, who's supposed to be like 50 when he comes back. No. But I don't think he's... Christian Bale is meant to be, what, in his 30s as Batman?
He started as Batman and then kind of finished as Batman when he was...
Well, the whole thing with Batman is you have the Jesus years when he trained and he comes back at around 30.
Yeah.
So, what, is he like 40-something now?
Yeah. He's a weathered, seasoned Batman. Like, he's been around the block for a while.
So he can still kick the shit out of people.
Yeah.
He's got the experience as well now. And the knowledge. But he's not frail yet.
No, he's not frail.
Yeah.
Definitely not frail, and he's not young either. He's like mid-range Batman.
Midlife crisis. That's why he buys a Batmobile and shit. It's by Porsche. Who'd have thought it? But yeah, I think that I think he's a great Superman. I like him. I think he's great.
No problems with Henry.
No problems. He is no Christopher Reeves. But still, we have to let those old flames continue lighting, but now another candle to stand beside it.
And I'm sure if Christopher Reeves, God rest his soul, was still around, he would very much so like Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
And in fairness, I know a lot of people hate Superman Returns, or whatever, the Brandon Routh take-off.
Oh, yeah!
I actually kind of like that.
Well, look, I enjoyed it because I enjoy I enjoy comic book anything.
Yeah.
So anything like that, I'll fucking watch.
I liked it, and I liked Brandon Routh as Superman in terms of I get what they were going for. They wanted someone who looked very much so like Christopher Reeves.
Absolutely,
and he was the spit of him as Clark Kent.
As Brad Pitt. Fuck, was like all my brain there. As Brad Pitt, he's perfect. No, he is a spitting image Clark Kent, Christopher Reeves style. Perfect. There was so many things about it that was just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? One of the scenes that I did like about it was when he fucking stabs Superman with a kryptonite knife. That's fucking class. And
that film was...
shivs it right. He doesn't just stab it, he puts it in and then goes... and then
nearly died in that film.
Yeah, he fucking breaks it off like.
He was pretty much not even halfway, more than halfway. He was teetering on the edge of death in that film.
Yeah.
That was really messed up.
I like that whole piece, like.
And I really like Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor.
Yes, Kevin Spacey played a fucking blinder. We kind of chewed up all the scenery though. any scene that he was in. Well, same with Jack Nicholson when he played the Joker. He's just chewing the scenery the whole time.
I rewatched while I was away in America a few months ago. I rewatched 90s Batman, the first Batman film.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Michael Keaton one. I was like, wow, this is still really fucking good. But Jesus, did a bit of background research. Cape was really heavy and thick. Suit was like a fucking oven. Couldn't move his neck. That's why he invented the cape swish
Yeah.
to move, because he had difficulty turning. So the cape swish was to cover that.
Brilliant.
And he did most of his own stunt work. But for one or two of them, they did have people, stuntmen, filling in. But
Well,
Michael Keaton pretty much did all the stunts himself, except for one that he was not allowed to do.
my problems with that movie, though, when I look back, because when I started, I loved those two Tim Burton movies. They brought me into loving Batman, and they brought me into liking Tim Burton shit. But okay, so Superman kills a guy. He kills two people, actually. He knocks one guy off into a hole, and he gives another guy dynamite, sticks in his pants, and then kicks him away, and that guy blows up.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Batman does that.
Batman gets a guy has a stick of dynamite. He points the guy, takes the dynamite off him, sticks it in his pants, and kicks him down a fucking gap in the bell tower. So he's dead. Batman then tries to shoot the Joker with his guns, which one he should have shot him with. It would have riddled him to pieces, but didn't. They all missed him. Secondly, Batman doesn't shoot guns at people.
No.
If he is, there's like rubber bullets or some kind of shit, but they're blatant guns. And then the Joker takes down this armoured Batwing with some fucking stupid idea of some ridiculous gun. And not only that, you don't see Batman for like fuckloads of the movie. You see who are you? I'm Batman. And then it's just Bruce Wayne for a good portion of the fucking movie, and then loads about Jack Nicholson's Joker, and then eventually he becomes Batman.
How awful did they get after that? Like, Val Kilmer, not too bad. George Clooney nipples on the batsuit. What are you thinking?
The George Clooney, Mr. Freeze. Ironically, Arnold Schwarzenegger actually looked like an awesome Mr. Freeze. They did it really well. But oh god, it was so bad. Jim Carrey was good. Jim Carrey was okay. But he was essentially the Mask. He was essentially Pet Detective. He was Ace Ventura for that movie.
Jim Carrey, for a while, was playing the same kind of characters over and over. Just a manic kind of lunatic.
Yeah.
But I loved him as the Riddler.
He was a good Riddler.
If there was a Riddler, that is a decent shot at the Riddler. I don't know if we'll ever get to see a Riddler in real life.
That was Joe Shuster, by the way. That was the guy who did Superman and Batman.
Schumacher.
Or Schumacher, or Schuster. Schumacher? Who's Schuster then?
I don't know, but Joe Schumacher.
Oh, sorry. I think Schuster are one of the dudes it's two dudes who invented Superman. And then and then Schumacher directed.
What's that, Jack Kirby?
No, it's not. No!
Sorry.
Kirby's Marvel!
Yeah, I'm getting my mixed up all of a sudden. Too many names floating through the head.
But yeah, no, anyways, the same guy did Supermans who did that Batman. And it wasn't bad. The script was pretty shit. The dialogue was...
Nipples on the bat. Really?
No, that wasn't nipples on the batsuit until George Clooney.
He publicly apologised for that. Only this year he apologised for the nipples.
Apologised. I'm sorry for the nipples.
Yeah. And your man who played Robin still has his Robin suit from Batman Forever.
Oh, what's his name?
Chris
O'Donnell?
Yeah. He's in some really terrible TV show now. NCIS or whatever.
How many of those fucking shows are there?
Oh, it's terrible.
There's so many of them. Do you know what I guiltily started watching, and just like I thought it would be, it's pretty much the same, but it's still cool, even though it's shit. It's still cool. And
it's not guilty if you like it.
The guy is no way able to actually do other stuff he does. He's too old, but it doesn't matter because it's cool. 24.
I never got into 24 in the first place.
Oh, I downloaded the a couple of years ago. I just watched fucking all of them because I didn't download them. My brother brought the box set and he lent it to me, so I fucking watched every single one of them in a row until they were done. And yeah, it kind of got weak for a good bit near the end. It got really weak. Last season 8 was pretty decent, and season 9 it's fun. Yeah, it's cool. It's fun, and they have like old characters back then. And oh yeah, that's why I love this one. Yvonne Strahovski. Do you know that name? Okay, you know Dexter.
Yeah.
You know the girl in last season of Dexter, the botanist,
Yeah.
who like poisons people with flowers, and she's also Sarah in Chuck. You know Chuck?
Yeah, I know.
The blonde bombshell Sarah, who has this weird little overbite kind of thing or something when she talks. Like she used to have a lisp, but she doesn't anymore. But her mouth still moves in the same way or something. I don't know. It's really odd, but it's so fucking cute. She's in it, and anything she's in, I'll watch. She's so fucking pretty. She's so goddamn pretty. So I'll watch anything she's in. She's in the new. Super happy. And there's a cool character in the 24 series who's in this one now as well, which I'm glad about. But yeah, like there's Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out in like 2 months as well, and that looks fucking sick.
That is going to be epic.
And rumours of Nathan Fillion playing Nova. What, Rick Ryder? No, Richard Ryder. Richard Ryder. Rumours that he's going to be in a very, 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 very small little cameo in it as Richard Ryder. We don't know if it's going to be as Nova.
A Nova movie.
Ryder. It could just be Richard Ryder, and then they'll do a Nova movie later.
That's what I think they're going for. Richard Ryder is in it anyway, but I mean, they have the Nova Corps there.
Oh yeah.
The Nova Corps are in it.
Oh sweet. That's right, they would be.
Is it Helen Mirren, I think, maybe? Or one of those big actresses?
Yeah.
She's played like the chief of the Nova Corps.
Oh sweet. And you have, as we all know, well, I'm so glad Nathan Fillion's in this, because everyone's had the whole thing of if Nathan Fillion was younger, he'd be Star-Lord, because he's just perfect. Star-Lord is essentially Firefly. Nathan Fillion in Firefly. I can't remember the fucking character's name.
Joss Whedon always brings his boys back.
Oh, he always does. And Nathan Fillion's done voices for, like, he's the Flash actually in Flashpoint Paradox.
Yep.
Or is it War, or both?
One or the other.
One or the other.
No, actually, Nathan Fillion is Green Lantern.
Green Lantern, that's right.
He's Green Lantern, not Flash.
He's Green Lantern in one, he's Flash in another, and he's Green Lantern in Green Lantern Emerald Knights.
He's been Green Lantern in a good few.
Yeah. And he's fucking... So I'm so happy that he's going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy. Just anyway, that's going to be awesome. And we have, obviously, Josh Brolin as Thanos. That's the little hint at the end of Avengers.
Who was Thanos in the teaser?
In which teaser? What?
It's not the same Thanos we saw, is it?
At the end of Avengers.
At the end of Avengers, it was a different actor.
You know, at the very, very end... I don't know if that was a random dude.
That was Thanos.
Yeah, no, but I don't know if the actor was a random dude.
It was a different person.
Yeah, it was a different person. It wasn't actually like a hired actor to play this dude. It was either a random dude or it was just CGI. Sorry, just CGI. And considering the effects, wouldn't be surprised if it was just CGI.
What do you think they're going to do with Ultron? What is he going to look like?
Have you not seen it?
I haven't seen fully how Ultron's supposed to look, but I have the picture of Ultron in my head.
Oh, it's pretty much exactly what Ultron looks like in the comic books, except real. Lifelike. That's it. They're not changing it up anything mad. He just looks badass. He looks just badass Ultron in real, and he's like very. He's got a presence about how how he is. It's fucking really cool.
They're not going Dr. Doom man in a suit type thing, are they?
No. He's the robot. He's Ultron, the robot, like.
Yeah.
Or the AI, whatever. But I'm fucking James Spader as the voice of Ultron, dude.
He's not just a voice. He is Ultron.
He's fucking badass.
He's been mocapped. They've done loads of motion capture.
Did they?
Yeah, they mocapped.
Sweet. Yeah, they mocapped for Josh Brolin as well for Thanos, because there's going to be a lot of CGI on it.
They can't do a film with a big character like that and just have a voice anymore.
Yeah, you can't.
They're using mocap so you can get the physicality.
They did such a good job with fucking Mark Ruffalo, man. He's the first person ever to be the Hulk, his face to be the Hulk's face.
Yep. And do you know, for this film, Andy drawn in to help with the mocap.
Oh, nice.
Andy Serkis was helping with the mocap for Hulk, so we're going to get a much better Hulk again.
Oh, wow.
If anything Andy Serkis knows, it's mocap.
Oh, yeah, man. That guy... Look, the whole thing of why mocap is the way it is
Andy Serkis.
is because of Andy Serkis' Gollum. Like he was
And
just
now Andy
unbelievable.
Serkis has his own film companies, and he worked on The Hobbit. And
You know who's the White Orc in The Hobbit? You know, like that fucking badass guy. Manu Bennett, Deathstroke.
Really?
Yeah,
fuck yeah,
I know.
brilliant.
I'm so happy. He's like,
You
oh, he's getting work.
You wouldn't fucking
Always.
recognise him now.
Because I saw that and I was just like, oh, Arrow's doing okay. And then I saw that and was like, oh my god, awesome, Manu Bennett. And then that. And it's like, yes.
I was very
When I saw Spartacus, I was so... There were certain people I saw that and was like, I want to see them in other shit again. Because they're fucking
I
brilliant.
am sad that they cancelled. It's semi-tied to Arrow just because he's related to the actor Amel, who was in the Tomorrow People.
Oh.
Cancelled.
Wait, Robbie... who the fuck was he? Robbie Amell?
He is Stephen Amell, aka Oliver Queen. It's his cousin, and he had
In real life?
In real life, yeah.
No way!
Yeah.
Who's the main dude
In the Tomorrow People.
As in the...
The young guy.
Not the dude... Not John.
Stephen.
Stephen. He's Stephen?
Yeah.
No way!
So...
Do you know what I liked about that as well, man? They had the guy who played Marcus Crassus from Spartacus in it.
Yeah.
That guy is fucking awesome.
A bad guy playing a good guy.
Yeah.
And then...
But he starts off as bad guy, you don't know. And then they have the guy who played the devil in Supernatural.
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name in the show is...
Mark Pellegrino.
Who plays Jedediah.
Jedediah, yeah.
That's what attracted me to the show. I was like...
Yeah, Mark Pellegrino. Deadly.
I like this guy. I know that he's a great actor.
Yeah, and then...
He really just pumps his acting guns in that.
He really does. And like the first episode, they like fucking murder someone straight off. It's like, oh, okay, so this is... Because it looks very...
But I guess you could...
Twilight.
The way they wrote it is it pretty much could have gone either multiple seasons or a nicely wrapped up one season.
Yeah, the only problem is they didn't write it for wrapped up because they didn't wrap it up.
They kind of wrapped it up, but they didn't at the same time.
It's because they hoped that there would be a second season.
And now they fucking cancelled it, which is bullshit because I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, I don't get why they cancelled. I probably just wasn't getting that enough views. Although there are some fucking really cool shows out right now. Have you watched The 100?
No.
Watch The 100.
I just don't have time to watch all these fucking great shows.
Watch 100, you gotta watch Orange is the New Black. You gotta watch Falling Skies. You gotta watch...
Falling Skies is cancelled, is it?
No, it's back on. New season started.
Sorry, what was the one, sorry, with... what do you call him? Carl Urban. No.
Oh, was Almost Human cancelled?
Yeah.
Ah, for fuck's sake, I really liked that show.
They cancelled that.
They were going somewhere.
They cancelled it.
Bollocks! Carl Urban was cool.
Yeah.
And the guy who played Dorian was really good as well.
What you see on screen, him being a good actor and a really cool person, he is a really cool person in life.
Really?
Yeah, he's dead set.
Because you've met him personally?
Yes, I have.
Really?
Yeah, I have his autograph.
Oh, no way.
I met him at the Comic-Con.
Oh, he's going to be nice to you in Comic-Con, man. He's being paid to be nice to people.
He was only doing autographs because his agents wouldn't let him do meet and greets, but he was, having a chat with everyone. And he picked up on my Irish accent straight away, and he's like, "You're Irish, aren't you?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I like Ireland. It's a good place." I was like, come to Ireland more often. He's like, "You came all the way. What brought you all the way here?" And he was having a brief little chat with me, and of course I went for him as the autograph picture, him as Judge Dredd, and it's like,
nice.
To Stuart, I am the law.
Deadly! That's cool, man. I didn't know you met Carl Urban.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I met him. Who else? I met James Marsters.
Oh, that's right. I saw your picture with him. Yeah.
He was my idol when I was watching.
Yeah,
Buffy.
man.
Like,
he was my favorite character. He
Yeah.
was the coolest. I was so fucking jealous when I saw that man.
Spike is James Marsters. James Marsters
is this cool dude.
He's just so fucking cool and so nice. He's so down to earth.
Here's the thing, like when you have people who become famous from doing non-generic fucking famous Hollywood or acting shit, but they put themselves something that's cool, that's fun, that they know is good and well written, and something that would be kind of geeky or whatever, like that shit. Or like the fucking people who much more level-headed, nice people.
Yeah.
Rather than the airhead, like fake Hollywood plastic crap, like starring in whatever piece of shit this year.
Here's a plug for you, James. If you ever listen to this, check out James Marsters' band.
James Marsters' band?
Yep.
No way. What are they called?
Something robot.
Oh wow, that's
Another
a
robot.
terrible plug. That's a terrible plug for your
come on.
idol.
I
don't know, something robot.
I
Check out this deadly band.
I had it in my head.
I don't know the name of them.
I had it in my head.
Man, I fucking gotta get me going to another comi-con. I've only been to one. It was 2012. No. 2 years ago? That's all? That doesn't make sense. What age was I? When was I going?
Ghost of the Robot.
Ghost of the Robot.
Ghost of the Robot, and he is an epic singer.
Nice.
He's the lead singer.
Oh, he fucking sings in Buffy in that singing episode.
Yeah, he can sing. Oh, and spoiler, he's not English.
Yeah, oh, I know he's not English, yeah.
But I didn't, and I actually, because his accent is so flawless.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's American, but he put his British accent on, and then did a nice little dub accent, Irish accent, and it wasn't a tiddly-da Irish accent. It was a proper story, mate. What's the crack?
Oh, nice. I hate
he's in
when
Dublin.
the only rendition of people's Irish is like, oh, tiddly-die, fiddling with potatoes. I don't know anyone who speaks like that. Honestly. They either speak totally country bogger, northern, or variations of the Dublin accent. Going from super fucking knockany to, like, yeah, right.
I had
Tarquin, my best friend, Brent.
I had someone else. He did voices of a few different. I think he was the voice of Mojo Jojo and the Powerpuff Girls. I met him, and my cousin wanted to meet him. He was chatting away to me, and he was trying to do an slightly Scottish and slightly tiddly-da.
And slightly racist. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
Came across like, slightly racist. So there you go. There you go. The voice of whoever from the Powerpuff Girls is slightly racist. Towards Irish people, apparently. Oh, man. With Guardians of the Galaxy, there's New Avengers, there's the fucking Batman Superman movie, there's, like, they're making more Arrow, they're bringing out Flash. Flash looks so cool. Oh, Flash looks so cool. Also, in the trailer for the Flash, because this weird electrical storm, or whatever the fuck it is, they have this, like, map of the city, and, like, loads of different people seem to be coming up with, like, we're hit by the same thing and might have different powers. So it could be that leads to origins for different superheroes to branch off to another show of their own, or to bring in different villains that haven't been brought in yet.
Yeah.
I would very much be happy, I think it would be really cool if they brought in Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle would be good.
I think that would be cool. I think they probably need more money, but then again, I think they got a good bit of money from Arrow, because the Flash looks pretty fucking sweet. I was wondering how they do the scenes of him moving fast and shit. It's really cool. It's really cool. Actually, speaking of moving fast, have you seen Days of Future Past?
Of course.
You know that scene with Quicksilver?
That was epic.
That is... Okay, if you haven't seen it, it's not going to spoil the movie for you. Just type into YouTube, Days of Future Past, Quicksilver scene. It's fucking unreal. It's one of the best slow motion-y kind of things. Stop time, but someone's moving around. It's really hard to explain. It's that I've ever seen. It's so fucking well done. Like, he moves around because everyone's moving slowly, but they still have the momentum for when, you know, cuts back into normal time. So he'll move. A guy's like really angry, so he moves his arm and then puts it so his fist is facing his chin, and then he pushes up on the arm. So now it has all that momentum of him pushing up, and then when it goes back to normal time, the guy like decks himself in the face and goes like 5 feet off. It's fucking brilliant. Like, it's so well done. And like, oh, there's like already a bullet firing towards someone's head, so he literally just moves the bullet slightly out of the way. Like, oh, it's so cool. Puts on his earphones and just runs around the walls sipping wine and stuff like that. It's really fucking cool. Like, I was really happy with Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
I was really happy with that.
And I like how the end of it.
We're basically doing this to rewrite the other X-Men movies, do you remember? So we can kind of start X-Men from scratch again. Yay, X-Men!
You know, they're recasting. Basically, we want to see the same Cyclops or Jean Grey. It'll be younger versions of them, because it's. What was it? Days of Future Past was 70s, was it?
Yeah.
So next one, Age of Apocalypse or whatever, is going to be kind of 80s.
Okay.
So they're kind of going...
So they're not going back from when Logan comes back in and everything's all right with the world and he speaks to Professor Xavier and he sees Scott and
they're
her.
doing more with the younger
Oh,
actors.
cool.
So
I love
Fassbender's
Fassbender.
Magneto.
McAvoy.
McAvoy, he's such a good actor.
He's the two of them, man, are not to be fucking taken lightly whatsoever. They are demon actors, and they're not as young as you might think they are, considering when, like, you know, they're the younger version of Magneto and Xavier, but like they're fucking old.
The only thing Fassbender can't do is hold a fucking accent because he goes to Magneto.
Yeah, my brothers, look what they're doing. They will turn on us. They will.
He cannot keep up an accent. His Kerry accent is just...
He can keep up accent. He can keep up an American accent. He can keep up a German accent. He can't keep up a British accent without going kind of Irish. He just can't seem to do it, like. But other than that, I love his... Well, he is part German, part Irish, I think.
Yeah, he is. He's half German.
That scene in the first class where he's there in the bar... And he's talking, he's like, well, Dusseldorf, my mother in Dusseldorf, yeah. And they're all like laughing, everyone looks at them.
He's supposed to be one cool dude in real life as well.
Yeah, I say he's a fucking pimp.
Like, he's not up his own hole one bit.
I don't think you'd be able to be if you're German and Irish. Because you just get cut down too much for everyone else. Either the Germans like, yeah, it's not interesting to us.
Germans are actually great fun and crazy people.
I know, yeah. They're good crack. I want to go to Oktoberfest, but the whole thing of me not drinking will probably ruin Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I can sympathise with you on the whole not drinking thing now. Yeah.
Are you not drinking anymore?
No.
Yeah, but see, fuck you, because you can choose to drink whenever you want.
No, I can't.
Why?
Not discussing it on the podcast.
Oh, cool, fair enough. Talk afterwards? Tell me afterwards?
Yeah.
Cool. So we have the new Batman game coming out, which is going to be just so good. You've all of Gotham to be the Batman with the Batmobile. We have Guardians of the Galaxy coming out, which I am so excited. When I heard of it, I had heard of the Guardians of the Galaxy comic book, but I've never fucking read it.
I've never read Guardians of the Galaxy, but I have seen them in various Marvel animated stuff.
Yeah, I've seen who's that? It's like, oh, it's the Guardians. Like, oh, okay. I'm like, what's the fucking... And then Rocket Raccoon, I was like, here.
He's badass.
What the fuck is this shit, you know?
Badass.
Yeah, and then I started looking into it and I was like, okay, Rocket Raccoon's badass. He's essentially Deadpool. And except he can't die, but the same kind of wisecracking fucking guy who just wants to shoot first, hothead shoot first, ask questions later, like, and points out the ridiculousness of the situation they're in. You know, even when it's supposed to be, don't talk about the ridiculousness of the situation. He'll point it out, like, although he doesn't break the third wall like Deadpool does. But like, and then Groot and everything like that. Like, Groot's awesome. Groot's awesome. He's just this stick that he has with him. And like, he'll go, Groot, get him! And then he'll throw a stick, and the stick will just hit someone and fall to the floor, and they're like, the fuck was that? And then, like, Groot, they just look down, and Groot will have this tiny little hand come out of a stick going, I am Groot, shaking a fist. And then they're like, whatever. And then 2 seconds later, they can't move, because he's just turned into a massive tree with billions of tendrils, and he's wrapping and crushing to pieces, and he just bends his head right over around to them, I am Groot.
He's like a bruiser.
Yeah, he's a
but
bruiser.
Then Drax the Destroyer is their main bruiser, but Groot...
He's a tank. There's bruisers and there's tanks. Tanks just take all the damage. Bruisers do all the pounding.
Yeah. Groot is the bruiser, but no one thinks he's the
Groot,
ninja bruiser.
Groot's the tank. Groot takes all the he takes all the damage, and Drax is the bruiser. Drax is the one who just fucking cuts niggers up. Oh shit! I shouldn't have said that word.
Sorry to any colored people out there. He doesn't mean that.
I'm half Mexican, if that counts, for some kind of
and no,
appeal.
You can't find him looking for work behind a...
No, now you're being racist. Just because your friend is half Mexican doesn't mean you can be racist.
Who's that knocking on the racist door?
You can't be racist. But you can't, like... I accidentally said something that could be discerned as racist.
I was trying to lighten the mood.
And then you just went for a racist fucking comment towards Mexican people, you fuck.
Sure.
Oh, that's a massive fucking bee. Is it a bee or a fly?
A fly.
Oh, it's okay. That's a big fucking fly. No, it's not. It's just a gigantic fat ass moth with tiny wings that can barely fly. Because it's so fat. Yes, you have the Guardians of the Galaxy, man. Thanos is going to be in that. Thanos is pretty fucking of a strong badass character to have.
Thanos is basically Marvel's equivalent of Darkseid.
Darkseid, yeah. Let's just say it as it is.
Just may as well call it for what it is. The two of them are virtually indestructible super beings that fuck shit up.
Yeah, they just went fuck shit up.
That's pretty much their main life goal. Fucking shit up.
So I wonder, are they going to bring because Thanos was in the Avengers and he's going to be in Guardians? He was in the end of the Avengers, right? And he's going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy. Is he going to be in Avengers 2 as well?
No, 3.
3. He's going to be Avengers 3.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's who they're looking for, because Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers 2 will come out. You know, Avengers 2 is already being filmed. So
Iron Man tweeted. No, he didn't. Robert Downey Jr. tweeted that he's finished up filming.
Yeah.
He's done his pieces now. He's done with that. So that's it's almost. But that's not coming out till 2015, isn't it?
Mhm.
So it's 2015. So this year in August we have August 1st, I think it is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is Phase 3.
Oh, okay, and then Phase 4 is the next set.
Phase 4 will be Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, Doctor Strange movie and the Netflix films. Sorry, the Netflix ones of Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and who's the girl?
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones, thank you. Miss Marvel. Not Miss Marvel, sorry, Jessica Jones. Why am I getting Miss Marvel? Who was it? Oh yeah, I was hoping that Skye in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. becomes Miss Marvel.
And Ant-Man is also part of Phase 3, I think.
What's the deal with the directors, man?
Um,
They've dropped like 3 fucking directors already.
1.
No. No, they had the original director, he's gone.
Yeah.
Another director, he's benched. They're on a new director now, or looking for a new director.
They've just got a new director. I thought.
Alright, so that's the 3rd director then.
Yeah. They got rid of the original director because he was taking too long and wasn't going to go the way they wanted.
Big mistake. Go with them. Just go with them. They're doing good right now. They know what they're doing. And plus, it's not Disney. Disney isn't telling them to do anything. It's Marvel Studios that's in control of it. Like.
Yeah.
And you got Jesus. I also Bradley Cooper. I like that he's doing Rocket. That'll give credibility to the role as well. Also, your one from Star Trek who played Uhura as oh god, I really gotta fucking have a list of all the names and the people. Gamora, Lady Gamora. She's she's gonna be fucking cool now. I don't know the actor who plays Drax. Do you know the actor who plays Drax?
Who plays Drax?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could call him an actor.
Oh, he's a stunt dude usually.
WWE David Batista.
Oh, it's a WWE star.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, they're good for those roles actually. And I've guiltily watched the odd Steve Austin film, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Great. Some of them are so shit, but they're great. And then so you have that coming out, man. There's such a fucking boom now. Comic books are finally a fucking genre in movies and TV. That it's not a case of, it's an action movie about a comic book character. It's like, no, they're comic book movies now. And now in order to be a part of the rest of how the world's going in regards to entertainment of that nature, you gotta fucking be making this shit. And you gotta do as close to the source material as possible, because it's the best way to get that fucking story told. And I'm so happy, like, you have people, you don't have to be looking for it, but you can actually talk to random people about these movies, and it's like, no, sorry, I don't watch comic movies, I don't care. No one says that. Everyone's like, oh yeah, man, Avengers was awesome. Yeah, I liked Man of Steel, man, it was cool, and shit like that, like, and people watch Arrow, as we were talking about earlier on, and then The Flash, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, and the new fucking, they cast, dude, do you know who's playing Kingpin for Daredevil?
No.
Private Pyle.
What?
Gover Pyle from Full Metal Jacket.
Fuck off.
Yeah, man, he's playing Kingpin. He's got the acting chops for it. He's got the ability to fucking play that odd character. He's a big dude, naturally. He's a big dude, like, and he's hitting the gym and shit like that to put on the masses and everything. So he's gonna be fucking great Kingpin. Put your fucking phone away.
Sorry, my mum was asking me to find some information. She's flying back from Canada.
Ah.
And she's invigilating in the RDS tomorrow and asking me to find out what exam hall she's in. because she doesn't arrive back into Dublin until like 7 a.m.
Oh shit.
Well, she arrives back about 6ish, 6:30, and then it would be 7 by the time she's back at the house, and then it's 9 o'clock into the RDS.
Oh fuck.
So
Busy, busy, busy.
yeah.
Busy with businesswoman, so busy with business, she's no time for the business because she's so busy with business. As Family Guy beautifully said. What was that thing? It was like, this girl is just like no time for anything because she's so busy with business, and then all of a sudden this dude walks up to her and she's like, I can't, I'm so busy. Stop. For the next hour and a half of this movie, I'm going to show you how all of your problems of busy businessness can be solved by my penis.
Oh, Seth MacFarlane.
He's awesome. You know, he's the reason why Cosmos, the show, is now a show with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
No.
Yeah, he basically had spare money and got in contact with them, and they were like, oh, well, I don't really think we'd be able to do much with the money or whatever. He's like, no, you don't get it. I'm going to go up to Fox and tell them to make this, and I'm going to fuck a lot of money in their face with my name on it, and they're going to make it, because that's what they're going to do. Do you want to be a part of this?
Apparently his film A Million Ways to Die in the West was absolutely abysmal.
I haven't seen it, I've heard it's fucking great crack. I've heard it's fun. It's enjoyable.
Well, I've heard it was crap, but people don't. I guess they're not Family Guy appreciators or Seth MacFarlane's comedy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, his comedy
See,
style
Seth
is...
MacFarlane's comedy works okay as a cartoon.
Yeah.
But you have to have particular taste for it if you want to watch it with real people.
Ted was...
I fucking loved Ted.
Ted was just so funny.
A lot of people didn't like it.
Screw them.
Yeah, exactly.
Let them be haters, but I loved it because I love Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah. I fucking like Mark Wahlberg as well. I think he's awesome. And I know people are pissed off at the new Transformers film. Man, it gets to a certain stage.
It's a total redo of...
It gets to a certain stage where you're like, dude, you know how, remember when you were younger and you wanted to watch a movie about this awesome thing, smashing this awesome thing, and loads of things falling apart in the wake of it, with no actual reason?
Yeah.
Well, here you have it in the most visually stunning fucking way possible. And finally, and if you look at the trailer, somebody talked to Michael Bay and said, stop putting the camera in the faces of things so you can't see shit. Yeah. It's like a scene of two things fighting. Let's get these gears up in the back arse. Yeah, let's show how
let's
that
move
thing...
the camera really quick.
Yeah, let's move it really quick. Let's show the rotator cuff moving, but spin the camera twice while we're showing the robot. And you're just like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. I can just see flashes of steel and crap. That's it. I can just see blurry crap steel. That's all I can fucking see. But from the looks of it, he's decided to actually take the camera and pull it back and just leave it in the general area and just kind of pan it around and move it so you can actually see what's going on. Which is an odd thing to say considering the things we'll be watching aren't real. So you really have to be like overly trying to make it complicated to have a CGI scene where the camera angles are blurred and shit and you can't see crap. You have to design it for it to be like that because you're not actually filming anything. It's all done within an engine, like.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You like Transformers when you're a kid? Awesome. Well, here's a Transformer riding another Transformer who's a dinosaur Transformer. That's awesome. And they've got, like, guns and shit. And Mark Wahlberg's cool. Just fucking enjoy the shit, man. It's just a fucking movie. Not every movie has to be breathtaking and the best script ever and the best dialogue ever. And not every movie needs to win fucking Sundance or an Oscar for it to be a fucking entertaining film. It's like anything, really. It's like anything that you can apply creativity to.
Yeah.
Just because you had an amazing, beautiful fucking dinner at this excellent restaurant doesn't mean that you're not going to fucking go, like, eat ever again a burger and chips. It's like, no, you don't understand. I've ate at this place. I can never go back to anything like that again. But what about a snack? No. For a snack, I like a petite filet of fried fish. It's like, no. Just fucking take things as they are, the way they are. And if you expect everything to be only one thing, that's got to be pretty boring. If you want all films to be of this one particular type, all food and all music to be this one particular type, you got to have different, because your mindsets are different. Like, I love really cool, thought out, really in deep movies. But sometimes you're just not fucking in the mood for that shit, man. You just want to see pointless crap. And just see shit smash and just see fun, great stuff, like. It doesn't have to be. I'm looking forward to that one. I will say, though, the Turtles one I'm a bit iffy about. For the reason that their face is really odd. It is really odd. I mean, I know that's kind of what Turtles would look like if they were that tall in real life. but still, they didn't have to give them weird slit noses and odd shits.
The Ninja Turtles look kind of, I don't know.
They look fucking weird, don't they?
Shrek-esque.
Yeah, or something. It's fucking odd. And also, I don't like Megan Fox. I don't think she can act. Simple as. I just don't think she's a good actress. And she also looks like 100% of a different person, face and everything that she used to look like, which I think is just creepy. Why do you do that?
Yeah. She's...
But, the Turtles is going to be fucking... I'll watch it, but, like, I won't go to the cinema to see it. I'll wait till it comes out and it's on, like, I don't know, TV. And I'll eventually maybe watch it, like, probably not. I might see, if there's a good enough people going, I'll see Transformers.
I'll probably give it a lash. What's the harm?
What's the harm, like? But, like, there's so many fucking cool shit coming out, man. And, Ralph Garman, who does the voices for a lot of fucking Voice and Family Guy, has a podcast with Kev Smith, Hollywood Babylon, which, by the way, I got tickets for.
Nice.
They're coming to Dublin, me, Nack, and David Plebby Levins, Unky Beans. Go and see Kev Smith live. So that's going to be fucking great crack. And I made a college Miko, who's actually done a few podcasts with me, hasn't got back to me whether you got a ticket, but when I was saying whoever wants to go, he was like, yeah, I'm definitely getting a ticket. But he hasn't actually told me, hey, I got my ticket, so I'm just going to count him as out until he arrives one day and goes, oh yeah, I have my ticket, let me go. I'm like, oh, cool. So we're going to see that. But he and Kev Smith wrote a comic of Batman and the Green Hornet. As like what's the word? As a next episode kind of thing, or next chapter to when they met on the animated show, or not the on the Batman Adam West 1960s Batman.
Yeah.
And nobody knows more about 1960s Batman and about Adam West personally than Ralph Garman. He's become really, really good friends with him actually over the years. And he wrote the comic book with Kev. And I wasn't really into, I'm not really into that Batman, to be honest, although I respect it, I'm not massively into it. But for one of the episodes of, I think it was Fat Man and Batman, they had a live performance where they were basically showcasing the comic book, the DC crowd there. And the first two digital books, I don't know if they're actually both one or volume. I don't know if the two volumes come in one paperback and it's two little digital ones, or vice versa. But I think it's actually two different volumes, 1 and 2. But he reads them with Kevin Smith, and he does all the voices, because he does the voices of Adam West and all these people. That's what he does. Garman does voices like Garman's in Million Ways to Die in the West actually.
Is he?
Yeah, he plays a bartender, I think. But yeah, so he reads that, and the villain in it is read by Kevin Smith with Bane voice on. So he's reading the villain lines like this, and it's really, really fucking good. So I put my earphones on, and I downloaded the comic book, and I was just sitting there as they were reading it out, and they were doing different voices. Like Robin was done by Arnold Schwarzenegger, as in Ralph Garman doing Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh my God! Look out, Batman! It's fucking ridiculous, like. And it was really, really interesting, really fun to read the comic book. Yeah, deadly. To read that and have the guy doing like all these voices and having Adam West saying the Adam West lines, you know what I mean? In true Adam West style, even though it's Ralph Garman doing the voice. And they had like 1 or 2 people doing, like from the audience they pulled up to just do extra voices. One person does an Irish accent really well. I was really surprised. It was really good, like. That's something definitely worth checking out. Batman versus the Green Hornet, or meets the Green Hornet. Batman 66 comic books. It's only recent, really recent, by Ralph Garman and Kev Smith. And that's something you should check out with find the Fat Man on Batman episode where they do the live reading of the first 2 volumes. It's really good. I just wanted to plug that because I thoroughly enjoyed that. I didn't think I would. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all we have to talk about. We've talked about the Batman game. We've talked about the Gotham series. God, that looks so good, man. It looks so good. It's going to be so good. Your man really fucking does. It looks like he's going to be a good Commissioner Gordon, man. Or Detective Gordon. I think he's going to be a real good Jim.
I think so too.
Ben McKenzie. Like, it's unfortunate that he's known for, like, OC. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he was also in some cop show, wasn't he?
That's right. He's fucking brilliant in that.
Yeah.
He's really good in that.
Can't remember the name of the show, but that was his breakaway from OC stuff.
That's right.
And the only bit I saw, he was pretty decent.
Yeah, it's called... Oh, fuck. All I know is I only saw one episode of it, of the first season. And I thought, when I was thinking back on it, I thought I watched the movie. And I was trying to get the name of this movie, and I eventually got the movie, and it was a show. And I was like, holy shit, sweet. He's going to be really good in that. So we got through Gotham. We got through where we talked about the Batman and Superman movie, which I'm still... They've released so much information about it already, and it's still 2 years before it's fucking released. I said it's going to be a 3-hour film. It's going to need to be. They can do it Lord of the Rings style. People don't mind anymore. That's the thing. A lot of times when they've rushed it before, it's because people weren't really convinced that someone would listen or watch 2.5 to 3 solid hours worth of comic book material. But with the Batmans and the Avengers and the Iron Mans, like Iron Man 3 was like 3 hours long. It was a fucking long film. People are happy with that. So hopefully that'll be a big meaty fucking film. And they don't make a shit of it. But I don't think they will. I have confidence.
I don't think they'd make a crap show. Like, why would they invest so much into it if it was just going to be a pile of crap?
Yeah, both the Gotham I definitely is going to be brilliant. The movie, I think they have a whole stage. They're doing a phases like Marvel now. They're learning from the masters who did it right first off. And I think that Batman, Superman, and the legacy of those DC movies, I think it's going to be something really cool. And plus, you want it. You want it. Those people who say they won't want it, you want it. Because you don't just want all the comic book movies you're ever going to see to be Marvel. You don't. As great as Marvel are, you want choice. You want variety. And that's the end of it. Like, you just do. Platoon and Full Metal Jacket, Deer Hunter. Perfect fucking examples. They're all movies about the Vietnam War, all released in around the same fucking time. And they're all just as perfect as each other. They're all just as good. You need competition, you need other fucking things to keep the entire thing rich and alive. And it creates competition between the people to do better. Like if the Batman versus Superman comes out and that just stomps the box office like a motherfucker, they're gonna, it's gonna promote people to keep making sure that they don't run off the coattails of how, Marvel movies are awesome. People naturally have the instinct to just go see Marvel. So they stop fucking being as... lost all my words. They stop being as dedicated and careful with creating the movies. But as long as if they have a competition out there that's trying to be the underdog and beat the big dog, they're going to have to keep making sure that they're putting out stellar fucking movies all the time. And the sequencing with the show and everything like that, it's going to create good vibes. I think it's going to be a good thing. So I'm happy for that as well. Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be awesome. It's coming out soon. Definitely have a podcast after we watch that. I'm going to get a fucking Facebook thing and start sending around people to see who wants to fucking go and try and get as much people to go as possible. Because the movie's going to be fucking fun as fuck. The trailer alone is just like, this is going to be fun. I got a feeling.
Yeah.
Fucking dead.
It's going to be in a good bit of humour, I'd say.
Oh, yeah. Just even like the simple little jokes of like when he's like pulling up the thing to have his middle finger and he's like rolling it up. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked. Stupid little things like he calls himself Star-Lord. Who calls him that? He does. What a bunch of a-holes.
Yeah. It's like, who calls himself Star-Lord?
He does.
I like Chris Pratt.
Plus, I really like the ooga cha cha, ooga 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 cha cha, flash 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 from different fucking scenes, like a rocket on the top of Groot, firing rounds into people. Like, I think this movie's gonna be fucking great.
And
like,
depending on how they do it in certain continuities, Nova worked with Guardians of the Galaxy.
that's true.
No, depending on how they do it, but Nova was part of that team. He was one of their members, but mind you, that's drawing off another different continuity of animated Spider-Man show I've been watching. Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
It's actually pretty damn good.
Well, from what
Drake from Drake and Josh is the voice of Peter Parker Spider-Man.
here's the thing, right? If there's something else on, it's okay. But Marvel cartoon stuff has always been more led towards kids, and sometimes some of the stuff in it is just like, I really feel the age gap in this. Like,
Yeah, that's true, but I do like how they have,
but I will say this: the fact that you said that, they're not keeping the continuity as tight with the Avengers and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, but they're still putting relevance to it. Like one of the last episodes there of Avengers Earth's Mightiest Hero, no, Avengers Assemble, the cartoon. One of the last episodes of the season there was with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And they have the whole thing with like, hey, we might see each other again soon. You know, and the Guardians of the Galaxy movie's coming out.
Avengers Assemble is tied into the cinematic universe.
Yeah. So, like, and I think, is Spider-Man tied into it as well? And tied into Avengers Assemble? I don't think so.
Avengers Assemble.
Well, they are!
Avengers Assemble is Falcon. He's in that.
That's right, yeah. It is tied in. Oh, that was me.
Hardly me now, I don't do squeaks.
We've all done a squeak. We don't have a set fart sound.
No.
We've all done many different farts. A fart tapestry, if you will.
I think we should wrap it up there, though.
Yeah, wrap it up with the fart. Yeah, so like just the horizon for what's coming out is
pretty epic, to be honest.
It's not going to be... It looks... The dawn of waiting for a super movie or any kind of cool thing to come out is gone.
Yep.
It's now about... Start anticipating which ones of your favourites they're going to do.
And also rewatch the ones that have come out.
Yeah.
Rewatch them, study them, because there's little hints in every single Marvel film about what they're going to be doing.
Yeah, Marvel is way more dedicated and studious with putting in those little Easter eggs and those little hints for what they're going to do. And, like the same time though, DC is doing really cool shit. Like, I love how Summer Glau was in Arrow. Man, that was fucking awesome. River from Firefly and the Terminator from Sarah Connor Chronicles, who comes to protect John Connor. Fucking brilliant. Summer Glau is awesome as like her little henchman. I can't remember her name in it, but she's also beautiful. But when she's in like the Deathstroke gear and stuff, it's fucking class. Lady Deathstroke. It's fucking cool. Like. But yeah, so that's it for today on the Free Bant Express. Gil, you don't have any Twitter or anything like that, or anything? Do you have a Twitter?
Yeah.
If you want to text and tweet Gil, you can tweet Gil at
Stu Gill.
Oh, at Stu Gill. STU or
STU?
STU Gill. Tweet me at the Dan O'Keefe. 2 E's, 2 F's and an E. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and all that kind of shit. Yeah. So take it easy, and yeah, have a good one. Peace out.